Hey guys, before the podcast starts, I just want to let you know that we are officially on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music, all coming soon. Check the links down in the description for audio-only options. But without further ado, let's start the podcast. Hello everybody, welcome to Lower Hero Episode 7. Today we're going to be continuing on with the Scorehero Guitar Hero Accomplishment Timeline that we did last episode. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it, Episode 6. But basically what this is a large timeline outlining a lot of major events that happened in the Guitar Hero history, ever since Guitar Hero 1 launched, and where we left off with Jordan being FC'd by Hell Ashes in 2008, January 9th to be specific. So... we'll just go right into it, all right? So the next big accomplishment, right after Jordan got FC'd, get this, Decontrol by Kev227.
Great FC.
Yeah. Which is fucking wild.
Yeah.
Great
Decontrol
FC,
is
super
insane.
hard, still today.
One of
The fact that Jordan got FC'd before it is kind of crazy, let's be fair. But
yeah, the solo Decontrol is no slouch. Like, it starts with that do 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 do, and then there's that big. It's the big clusterfuck, the long, the long string of blues strumming. That was when I was going for my first Decontrol FC. Kev was actually in the chat. This was like 2 years ago, and he was in my chat, and he was like, "Bro, just trust me on this. Start the second blue on a down strum. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Jake. Like the second blue going followed by the orange blue, yellow, the hopos." And so he was like, "Yeah, start that sequence on a down strum, and like everything will connect." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, because you can kind of break it down into sets of 4. There's like a blue, orange, blue, yellow, and then it like ascends up. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I know what it is now. I had to make the noises to make it connect in my brain. But now
that's my favorite part of like discussing Guitar Hero 1 shit. You know exactly like they basically implanted the MIDIs into our brain.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, like you play it back in Windows Media Player. That's what it sounds like. Oh, look, see, he's doing it.
It's like muscle memory, bro.
Yeah,
muscle memory.
Degenerates.
There's a little gap
look at
there
that.
too.
Yes.
Don't forget the gap.
Yeah, the little gap. And it used to actually be a strat to where those quads you would use the hammer-ons and tap the higher note. Abby did that in like 2014.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was like a real strat to tap the higher note. Gammo and Abby, I believe, were both the dudes that were just like, yeah, you just gotta do
the
that.
two people I could see that with the most.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
fuck that entirely. I need to get to fire it up. Fuck this song.
Yeah.
Which is later on,
Fire
but
up,
yeah, Decontrol.
Way easier than Decontrol, mind
Yeah,
you, in my
Decontrol is kind of a straightforward type deal, and given how small the Guitar Hero 1 timing window is, you have to really, really be accurate. And that's what Strike Bowler had to do with Get Ready to Rock.
Yeah, that's a really good FC.
Yeah, 6 days after Decontrol. And I'm actually kind of surprised that Decontrol got FC'd first over Get Ready to Rock. I feel like a lot of people were playing Get Ready to Rock. I don't remember much, but there was a lot of really, really good runs that were being posted to YouTube around this time, especially around like people playing Guitar Hero 3 and then trying the first 2 games. Like getting into the harmonics engines because they just want to figure it out.
Remind you
that
these are all happening after Guitar Hero 3 came out. So we're going 2 games back, getting first ever FCs.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Counting Roxy 80s. So
counting Roxy 80s.
Over 2 years after the game released, these songs are being FC'd for the first time. It's just because the general skill level of the community is rising so high, largely in thanks to Guitar Hero 3 being such a jump up in difficulty.
It was the first game with 3 note chords.
One of the things, the correlations between Decontrol and Get Ready to Rock is that they're both higher BPM songs, right? And so
the spam of them, I meant that's like everywhere.
Well, GH1's
I know what you meant,
GH1's hit window gets a little smaller, And so,
it's like
those FCs are especially difficult.
Like it still has the dynamic hit window on top of it being astronomically small.
Yeah.
Like it's just such a hard fucking game. It's very much like a Gitadora clone or a Guitar Freaks clone, which is pretty much what they were going for. And they had to survive a lawsuit from it. I'm like 90% sure that that's what happened. But I would have to do more research before talking more about that, but it wouldn't surprise me if they wanted it to go on for much longer, but ultimately it dropped because we got 100 Guitar Hero games in a couple of years. So Yeah, Get Ready to Rock getting FC'd like 6 days after Decontrol, not surprising at all. Just, considering how high the skill ceiling got pushed, how much better people got at Guitar Hero around this time. Strike Bowler, is this the first entry by Strike Bowler in this whole? I think it is, because Strike is a very, very, very important dude that we're going to be talking about throughout the rest of this accomplishment timeline, because
his name comes up more and more.
Yeah, he's one of the first guys to get full series FC. Like all games. Like I remember before his YouTube channel went down, around Guitar Hero Van Halen came out, there was a demo for Guitar Hero Van Halen that had Eruption, and he just FC'd it on the demo, and he was like, and he was like, looks like I don't have to buy the game anymore. Little did he know I'm the one had to be FC'd. I don't remember if he actually got. I don't remember like when that eventually happened, but it was really funny that he's like, I don't have money. He's like, I didn't buy the game yet, so. Here's me FCing Eruption on the
People thought
demo.
that's all that they had to worry about, but little did they know about I'm the One, Spanish Fly, like, are tricky stuff, but I'm the One is obviously, like...
Right.
That's strumming.
Everybody knows it.
Everybody knows that shit. Fuck that goddamn song.
The song's the one, that's for sure.
Fucking worst song ever. Anyway, going back to Guitar Hero 3, JLC, this is his first entry on
Big
here.
one.
Shout out to
This
JLC.
is a huge one.
This is fucking massive, because I remember this happening. I remember this being posted. This is like one of his videos that has like over 1 million views.
Yeah.
Fucking, God, what's that guy's name? Jared Dines commented on it in 2000.
Yes.
And he was like, and he was like, get that kid behind the camera to shut up. And he was like, and the video sat at like 2.5 stars, because JLC's friend behind the camera just wouldn't stop talking. And he was just like really annoying, and like I can resonate, because there's just a bunch of like high schoolers, middle schoolers just chilling at the homie's house when Guitar Hero 3 came out. That it can't get any more of a vibe than that.
Yeah,
you just brought me back with the star system on YouTube before, like,
before it's just up or down.
Yeah.
I actually talked about this in the episode that you were gone, Alec.
The reaction
because
one.
we went through other reactions. This was one of my top reactions because of that thing. Because it's like it's just a whole bunch of people chilling in this dude's bedroom watching him play, because he's really good. It's just it's a very cozy feel nowadays, because I mean, at the time when we were also kids, like, dude, shut the fuck up, I want to play the game. But now, 15 years later, where this really isn't a thing that happens anymore, it's like, oh, that was actually a pretty cool moment. That was wholesome.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful nostalgia to it.
Nice.
Dude, it's crazy seeing like the parallel is that now I see kids playing Clone Hero on YouTube, and they're sitting in Discord calls. And it's just like, man, this is just like, you had the homies come over, you go to a homie's
like
house and you're playing, and it's just like, damn. But these kids are all shut in different states and stuff, and it's like, it's probably hard
connected.
to, and because of like social media and stuff, it's just like kids are socially awkward and fucking weird, and so they're just terminally online all the time.
Yeah, but so are we.
So are we, dude. So are we.
Y'all did it in Skype calls, though.
Yeah. We did it in Skype calls in like 2015. So it's like, yeah. I mean, I have no place to speak. It's just cool to see that, people still like huddle around and watch the homie play Guitar Hero and get something crazy.
It's just,
some things never change.
It's neat to think how far we've come from pro face-offs on GH3 on Xbox. Like, we can finally play against each other from afar. Let's go. That feeling.
And now all we need is a Trogdor co-op FC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Jay Prez are gonna try. We're gonna try. I think he said
you're gonna fail too. I'm sorry.
And we will fail. We will fail. It's not fucking possible. It has to be a coin flip, or someone needs to lag the PS2 right when we get to the solo. Therefore,
you're gonna have to have Jay Prez like you gotta clear out like a room for him to stay in for a month. So you guys can put in like 8-hour days and work on it for that long, because it's gonna take that long. Getting a run where you both are able to get that shit done. Whoever plays on rhythm has got the hardest part by damn. So far. If you guys haven't seen the rhythm Trogdor, if you guys aren't familiar, look at the fuck up.
I've had a lot of
so much worse than lead.
I've been trying to like theory craft and use the hopos, but like on PAL PS2, and I'm just like, it's theoretically possible. It's just I don't know. A meteor has to hit my PlayStation right the exact time for it to lag.
You got
so
that. You got that lock bolt on your basement door now, so you could keep him down there.
I could. I absolutely could. Yeah. I have the lock bolt on the basement.
You don't get to leave until this impossible challenge is done.
Can't fucking. You aren't getting water. You aren't getting meals. Sorry, bro.
You gotta post that on Twitter and be like, all right, guys,
I locked
got
JPez
him.
in the basement. He's gonna FC Trogdor Rhythm, bro.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Like,
dude, the best
controller to him.
Like, seriously, the best run that I ever had on, like, Trogdor Rhythm solo was, like, a -1 with, like, 2 overstrums. And, like, I'll never get that again. I'll never get that again.
No,
it's just so hard.
It's
so fucked. It's so fucked. But anyway, Raining Blood FC was pretty fucking insane because I'm pretty sure he didn't do it with hyperspeed either.
No, he didn't.
He did not. Oh, was it?
Wait,
was it like a low hyperspeed?
It was a low hyperspeed.
It was like 3 or 4, right?
2 or 3 or something like that. He played with low hyperspeed.
Yeah, like something like similar to Guitar Hero 2. Okay, but I want to say I think it was like vibrate tapped too.
Yeah.
So like there's no alt tapping. This is like before alt tapping was like a thing.
Like alt tapping existed, just wasn't really like
That was
wasn't
so
like
common on console.
It wasn't super popular until like the end of like
to
2008.
alt tap.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody was alt tapping the one solo A. For example, it was always a standard tap. You know, you're anchoring the red, and then you're hitting the yellow with your fretting finger, and then you're hitting the blue with your tapping finger. So really fast. Tapping.
Yeah. No, like one comes up way later, so that should just tell you how fucking hard Guitar Hero 3 was at the time, man. Like they overcharged the shit out of everything, and like for good reason. It's like okay. They got this new engine, they got new developers, and so they gotta blow it up. They gotta go in and make it all flashy because Guitar Hero is a big deal now. After 2 and 80s, Activision getting Neversoft on, everyone's like, what's gonna happen?
Activision was all in, man. They were all in.
And I remember the I always bring this up, but the My Name Is Jonas teaser bit from GameSpot, I think, got me like super hyped.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and it actually used like Guitar Hero 2 Xavier Stone's Highway.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fucking crazy. This game looks awesome. Like, graphics look so sick.
Really weird too.
Yeah. And so, everyone was in on Guitar Hero 3, and so that's why you're gonna start seeing like co-op FCs showing up. Because we got a bunch of them now. We got a whole bunch. Knights of Sidonia co-op, and the notable thing here is the second line here saying it's a new co-op note streak of 35-15. So I guess like that's like the highest note streak that was achieved
at that time.
Just in one run, by a group of people.
It took 2 people to do that. Through the Fire and Flame says 3,722 for one person.
Yeah, for one person.
It hasn't been done
so
yet,
like.
So.
Yeah, and this is what, like 4 months after Guitar Hero 3 comes out? Not even 4 months.
Yeah, just over 3.
This is like 2-3 months after the game came out. So Knights of Sidonia, classic song, JLC Baseball Kid, getting that co-op SE. All right, a day after, there's not one, but 2 pretty monumental co-op FCs by Hell Ashes and DHL. Six and Miserloo, both Strummy boys. Big Strummy boys on the same day. They were out to kill, and they did it. They got
you guys got to keep in mind that like these GH2 ones were done locally. They were not done online. That was all local.
You had to know someone.
These had to have been done on PS2, right?
Yeah, 100% they were done on PS2.
I'm looking at the Miserloo co-op FC is definitely on PS2. You can see in the strike.
No way they did these on 360.
This shit is like 144p, and I could still tell this is on PS2.
Yeah.
The games look really different.
The games look really different. Yeah,
they do. They look really different. So.
But that didn't stop Hell Ashes and DHO because they got another
meetup.
Big same meetup. It looks like they're out to kill. And within 3 days, they got 6 Miserloo, Light That Blinds, and Gemini. So those are all like fucking,
massive.
massive co-op FCs. And so I feel like the Light That Blinds is probably a lot more. The Light That Blinds and 6 were probably the hardest out of the 4. Just because of the endurance of all the strumming and then like slow down parts with a big solo and then bringing it all back towards the end of the song. Whereas Gemini and Miserloo, I feel like Miserloo is probably much more harder for just the guitar player. And if they're just used to playing,
Gemini looks like
it's a one-sided FC.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So
the next one on this list, though, after these co-op FCs, this is one that I find to be freaking awesome. Because we're now getting to an entry on the list that's the first Fire It Up FC. And this is by somebody who played way different than pretty much everybody else that's been on the list so far. Because this FC was by F4 Phantom, who played piano style.
Mr. Overhand, baby.
Yeah, and you saw in the last episode we actually showcased the Jordan clip where he FCs the entirety of Jordan
and
solo.
And dude's hands are like massive.
Looks so crazy. Yeah, his hands are
so
huge.
fucked.
Yeah.
I can't
And
even
so
comprehend
first
how
ever
they're able to do
Fire
that.
It Up FC has got to be like one of the craziest first evers of all time. It's just the
Fire It
song's
Up's
so
pretty
fucked
silly.
up.
It's pretty silly,
It's
man.
really silly.
Most things is
And,
easy. So
It is.
Dude, after you
piano
understand
style?
it, after you understand it, like it's pretty free. But like Fire It Up, just looking at, just like trying to envision the mindset
mess.
back in 2008,
Yeah.
it's fucked up.
Like
It's really fucked
the
up.
solo's a mess, like completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the context of today, for me, it's not that bad. I feel like
Yeah.
if somebody made me a $39.99 chart of just that solo, I could probably do it on Guitar Hero 1. I don't want to.
Oh, content.
That's
Go ahead.
content right there.
That's
Somebody
content
make me
right there.
$39.99 of the hard part from Fire It Up,
Ask
and I'll
Steph.
see what I can do.
Ask Steph.
Steph,
Yeah.
Steph, at Steph, do that.
Make that
He's
for
gonna
me.
comment
Give
on
me
this.
the ISO in my DMs, and it's just Fire It Up is the one song.
Yeah,
Fire
one
It Up
song.
3999.
You better be careful because he'll probably do it.
No, honestly,
He will.
no,
I know he will.
He'll do it. He'll do it. Man.
If he can find the time between Pulse of the Maggots attempts. Jeez,
Yeah.
you seen that, dude?
Minus two. Minus two on
Minus
Friday,
so
bro.
fucked.
Minus
That's
two.
so
Yeah.
fucked.
That's so fucked. I can't wait for Steph to get that.
I can't
It's
wait
just
for
a matter
I
of
can't
time.
wait. I can't wait for the episode where we actually talk about stuff like that more in depth, so people understand why. Because we'll
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah, like I want to have like I want to talk about like chiasm and like
Yeah.
and shit like that. Any chaotrope FCs.
Give people
You know.
a deeper understanding beyond what's already been explained of like why it's such a big deal and why nobody else wants to do it
It's
either.
just more of a
you know?
mental game than anything.
Why it matters.
Mental gymnastics, Rock Band 3,
Mind
let's
over
go.
matter. It's just so fucked. Okay. After that, Urton was we're saying FC.
Chart fucking
Great track.
sucks.
Hey, listen. It's fun.
It's a cool and fun chart. It's a
It's
really
a
fun
cool
chart.
and fun song. It's
You
cool.
just
It's
have
fun to
you
listen
just have
to.
to strum some notes where you probably don't need to. You know?
Yeah.
No, it's not even that. It's just weird, man. Like I
It's
like
super
playing
weird.
it too as
the
a kid. I
forcing
was
is
like,
the worst part.
oh, there's so much fun, but this chart's kind of weird.
Yeah, the
I
first
felt
time I ever
that way
played
as a
the first
kid.
time I ever played that chart was like last year. I got
Yeah.
it on a site
What?
read. It was a fun dude.
Dude,
I never bought it.
Dude, it was. A
I
fun
never
chart.
bought
It's
it.
one of the best ones.
Yeah,
I
it was fun.
know, and I heard nothing but good things like from the people who like had it at the time. Like, dude, you gotta get Urton was we're saying. I'm like, I want Rock Band 2 DLC. I want Rock Band DLC, so I gotta decide between Afterlife and all this shit. And it's just like I think I already decided with my wallet I was gonna go with Rock Band over Guitar Hero DLC for the most part, at least.
Fair
But
point.
yeah, this one has the subline saying as new single player note streak at 2132.
But that's gonna change really.
2132.
That's gonna change
Again.
really quick because we're starting to get to possibly one of the most monumental areas of this entire timeline.
Yeah.
This is a pretty
yeah.
decent milestone coming up right here after this.
Yeah.
The day after Ernton was we're saying was FC'd is Through the Fire and Flame So Far Away 3 FC'd by Warlord proves TTFAF can be FC'd. This was the last section that needed to be FC'd.
Man, that tagline.
Man,
like, the word proves.
It's
Wait,
foreboding.
okay. Really?
Because
it was
for
the
people who don't know, that's
guess-
the red snake.
Yeah, it was the red snake. That's
Yeah, red
interesting. Because, like, I feel like
Dudes
even
are going
for
like
me-
da 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 da.
even for me-
Standard
well,
tapping.
okay. Now zigzags are like nothing nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Nothing nowadays. Well, still on console, there's something, but still, like, I feel like Bridge 1. I never figured out Bridge 1 for the longest time, but I figured
Bridge
out
1 sucks.
I figured out So Far Away 3. All the different ways to do it. And Warlord wasn't the. I didn't know if there's like a video by Warlord, but I remember J Nukes.
Yeah,
Nukes
J
22
Nukes.
with the
Yeah.
raw
Yes.
steak,
Yeah.
the
Raw
raw
steak.
steak FC. That motherfucker
Raw
took
steak.
that motherfucker took a SG, a PlayStation 2 SG, ripped the guts out, put it into a Wii guitar, and that's what he used to play the game. Yeah, and like I saw a
That's
hands video. I'm
it?
like, how are you playing on PS2 with a Les Paul? And then he did like a guitar reveal, and there's no footage of this, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. But he was like in the comments, he's like, yeah, I took the insides of a PlayStation 2 guitar and put it inside of a Wii guitar.
Bro was like 16 years ahead, like no cap. Holy.
Yeah,
Yeah, if only.
That's
he
because
had
that
finer
was
details
the
of why
meta
that's
like a few years
genius.
ago.
yeah, Wii guitar, man, 2008.
Yeah.
Man.
Time machines.
It's fucking crazy, but yeah. So Far Away 3 getting FC'd only a couple months after the game came out. That shit was probably a fluke too.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
knows,
actually,
man?
that's kind of crazy. How fast that was actually.
Well,
he definitely-
you also
Yeah, it
gotta
must have been the last
remember.
section.
You also got to remember that there was the glitch in PS2 version where if you started a previous section, it would start you in the middle of another one. And so you could start the final rampaging dragons and it would spawn you right at the beginning of the Red Snake on
so you
PS2.
can practice it.
So I don't know if Warlord did it on
actually.
the PS. Yeah. That's how J-Nukes did it. Yeah, and that's how I figured it out because I eventually got on PS2. I'm like, what the fuck? That's cool. I want that set A position shit. And so foreshadowing to like shit like phase shifting Clone Hero years later in their practice mode, that glitch is kind of responsible for being able to theorize and figure out the Red Snake that early on. And so like there would be a huge time saver. There'd be several different methods where you would tap it like that, and then other people would tap it like this.
Oh, that's fucked.
So this is what JLC and J-Nukes did. They would dance. They would dance on the red.
What an unnecessary ass method, man.
But this is what J-Nukes and JLC did. Like if you look in JLC's -1 video, he FC's the Red Snake like that.
Yeah.
So it's not. I understand because like maybe getting the timing perfect with just doing 2 fingers might throw somebody off. I know my ass probably couldn't do this nowadays because I'm so used to doing this instead. I'd probably have to do that.
You either all tap it or you one-hand it. And you can one-hand
or you
it,
one-hand it.
But I wonder, I was talking to Moose about this earlier. I don't know if I'd recommend doing that in the run unless you're like extremely consistent.
Yeah, especially on console.
I still just tap the highest.
Do you really?
Part is the transition into it. Yeah, you have to like, it's like a couple of ascendings, and then it's like green, red, yellow, red, and like I forget. How does it start?
Bro, I've seen the song like 20 times.
Real talk, the only way I've ever hit the Red Snake on console was one-handed. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, like you throwing your hand against the board, like it just works.
It works.
Yeah,
it
just works, man.
Yeah.
It's super effective. But yeah, okay. Enough about Flames for a second. A day later, Cult of Personality gets co-op FC'd. Dark Sephiroth and LO7, very very awesome. No taglines there, even though I think that it was probably. No, I don't know if that would clear the or be close to the 3,500.
Oh, not even close.
Co-op, I don't think so. Cult of Personality. But a couple days later, first ever Triple-Let FC by none other than Strike Triple-Let.
I'm sure most of you already are familiar with Triple-Let. But this is one of the secret songs that was included on disc of Guitar Hero 1, but was not accessible throughout unless you had any sort of cheating device, such as a Game Shark or
Action Replay, Daytel, baby.
Yeah.
Daytel.
Yeah, that's
I had a code breaker.
I remember Triple-Let was like a 42-line code.
Yeah, it was
pissed
long.
Me off, and I was just like
to type in.
And then so like
forever.
I don't know if the Action Replay that I had at the time or the Game Shark at the time had the ability to save the codes, so I had to put it in every time that I wanted to. And I was like, please come up with a different code. Please have a different code. Because, like, that's just how it worked back then. I wish I knew, because all that Game Shark stuff is really, really interesting to me and probably got a lot of people into, like, coding and shit and reverse engineering. But yeah, Triple-Let getting FC'd, it's huge because that song's a clusterfuck. And no one thought, I think some of the best runs of Triple-Let up until, everybody started getting good was on DualShock. I might be wrong, but, like, it definitely made sense that, people were playing DualShock because, they don't have to strum. They don't have to worry about finger dexterity or it wearing down. They just have to worry about tapping the notes. And so, like, everyone at the time was just kind of like, is Triple-Let going to be FC'd for real? And so, Strikeballer finally did it March 2008, which is fucking sick.
Get this. It was streamed on Ustream.
Nice. Wait, really?
There's a link there. It's still up.
No shit.
What the fuck?
For recording his computer screen.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool. This is not watchable.
Of course it was Kev.
Look at that crispy.
Yeah, this is
dude.
This
is you watching at home.
This is bad.
This is like looking through a piece of 10-year-old tape. Like,
this is what we had to deal with.
Mom, we need a new VHS.
Bro, this is really bad. But he got the last note.
He got it.
Wow.
Oh no.
Holy crap, Strike is officially the poner of all seemingly impossible stuff 15 years ago.
Shut the fuck up. Who said that?
Poner. Vertigo the Watcher. That's
man, you were cringe 15 years ago.
I know.
But we all were. This guy says Leet Sauce.
Leet Sauce! I just saw Leet Sauce, bro! Leet Sauce.
That's great. Give this guy a medal.
OMG, what the fuck?
Dude, it's fake. He's watching a video of someone F-ing it and fake stumming.
Yeah, got him.
Elite sauce, bro.
Oh yeah, there's the Pona.
That sucks.
Elite sauce. All right.
Oh my god, this
Nightmare
Snake guy was in my chat on Friday. That's cool. Okay.
What?
Yeah. He's talking about Rock Band DLC. He's been around for a long ass fucking time. Shout out to Nightmare Snake. He's been around for a minute, bro. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, our good friend, I am Chris for Life, setting the new single player score world record on Through the Fire.
That's the Guinness video, man. That's the fucking Guinness video.
880,000. Not a. Okay, at this point in time, he was easily like clearing 920K.
Dude, wait, no, this is a CBS News video. This is on the CBS YouTube
channel. He
channel.
did this on the news. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This
well,
is
did they let him?
sick.
Oh, it looks like they let him do it with hyperspeed.
Rose wearing an Abercrombie
definitely,
shirt
in that video.
Everything.
Because that was a big sticking point with Guinness because it was considered a cheat at the time, hyperspeed.
Yep.
So in that
Cheat
one video
menu.
that Chris has on his channel, he couldn't use hyperspeed in it, and he performed worse because of it.
Affected the
But he
score.
I have a comment on this video from 14 years ago, bro.
No way.
It got filtered out because I say a bad word.
Uh-oh.
It's not a racial slur. No.
Okay.
No.
Which one did you say?
No.
Which slur did you say, Alec? You can come clean.
I just said.
I'll bleep it.
I said, all you here. I'll put it in the chat. All you asshats are just jealous. You can't be as good as Chris. Fuck you all.
Oh shit.
He got him, bro.
Shit.
He got him.
Bro. I was savage when I was 13 years old, bro.
Edgy.
Man.
God
Edgy
damn.
AF.
All
Don't
you
mess with
asshats are
him.
just jealous. Can't be
Don't
as good
mess
as
with
Chris.
this guy.
And they never will.
They never will.
They never will. No, but like it was cool seeing that. Because I remember the video like of his neighbors being there. I think that's what he told me. That's why there's like a whole like other family.
Here's
in
an
the room.
entourage.
Yeah, it's like entourage, and then they had Guinness go to his house. I don't think that was the same score, but I do remember at the point in time when he was doing the world record stuff, they didn't have him use hyperspeed. And it's interesting to see in this video they let him use hyperspeed because
Because it was more of a performance.
Yeah, maybe.
that could've
maybe.
been.
I think there's like some technicalities
Like a practice run or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, that was the first time I guess Guinness kind of stepped in and was taking world records and stuff for this game. That was the first time it kind of blew up. Like,
Because this game was huge. This was
outside the bubble of
mainstream
it being
appeal to
just kind of a
everybody.
nerdy
Everybody knew
game.
about this game.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I just linked the one that is on Chris's channel where he got
The classic.
89K for Guinness World Records. I have a comment on that one. I said no hyperspeed.
Wow.
Nice.
We were just talking
No
about
hyperspeed.
it. No
That's
hyperspeed.
great.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool.
great.
So yeah, after that, this fucking guy, F-ing Johnny, I hardly knew you in March.
Football
2008.
Tom.
Yeah,
Football
Football
Tom.
Tom.
A name
What a
I have not
beast.
seen in forever. This is
Football
probably his first
Tom.
entry on here.
Yeah,
Very,
Football Tom rings a bell.
Very
but
silly chart.
This song
Yeah,
sucks balls.
ridiculous
Or
chart.
sorry, this chart sucks balls. This
Yeah.
song's pretty good.
The
Song's
strumming.
fun. fine.
Yeah.
I hate this chart. So this being done in March 2008. Good job, Football Tom. Fucking piece of shit chart. Anyway, let's continue. Sorry.
Oh, you don't want to talk about the chart? You want to let that number?
No. What was it? There's
I remember watching
it's
you on
called
stream
it's called
struggle with
Hard
that
Rain.
shit.
That's the
Yeah,
name of
you're
the section.
you're
Hard
freaking out.
Rain.
Something like that.
So one,
It
there's
broke
like
you.
it's unbelievably overcharted fast strumming. You listen
Yes,
to the
it is.
guitar stem, it doesn't even come close to how fast they actually charted that strumming. That strumming is easily like 18, 19 notes per second, something like that. Maybe a little bit, maybe like closer to 20. I don't know.
They pulled the dueling banjos. The
Yeah,
really stupid
it was
over-the-top
kind of like
strumming.
that. But the worst part about it is that there's this really, really long string of blue strums and then it leading into a short burst of yellow strums.
Yeah.
And those yellow strums, they end just right on a regular yellow strum. So you gotta hope that you're not gonna overstrum or you don't overstrum on the hammer-on before it because, well, it's so fast, why would you use the hammer-on? And so you mix that all with the other fast strumming bullshit you had to deal with in the rest of the song, and you have yourself doing attempts every fucking like 5 minutes, trying to
felt
get
like
up.
gambling.
Because mind you, this is like 4 minutes into the song.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the
hard
very,
strings.
very end of the song.
There's quite a few smaller strumming bursts that are more manageable. and okay to restart.
And they're pretty missable.
In, but...
I'll say that they're pretty missable, and they're very annoying to deal with. But once you figure it out, I think this is just like a very, if you're a strummer, you got this. And Football Tom fucking thugged it out, bro. He thugged it out, and he did it in March 2008, and that's really commendable because I hate that chart. So next one is another co-op FC, Number of the Beast. Pretty huge solo. Pretty cool to see it get co-op FC'd. LO7 and Witwix. That's fucking awesome. But
it's cool, it's cool that they met up to do it because I'm pretty sure LO7 was in Italy, right?
No, Xbox Live, bro.
Xbox Live.
It was Xbox Live? Okay, it was Xbox Live. Yeah, true. GH3.
Online changed everything. Online changed everything because, go for it.
I was just going to say that's really cool because Witwix was in North America, LO7 being in Italy. That's neat that we got a first ever from halfway around the world. I don't know if there was any others on this list with those co-ops, but it's just really neat to even see, considering in the past, people had to meet up to make co-op FCs even happen.
Yeah, who knows how far apart JLC Baseball Kid were, LO7 and Dark Sephiroth were, But, this is just during a time where we're still doing meetups and all that. To see if we could do like co-op shit, and I guess that's why we said like with the co-op FCs it's gonna ramp up a bit because these games are gonna have online co-op from here on out. But not too far off after that. All Flames got Tech FC'd by I'm Chris for Life.
Yep. April 12th, 2008. Remember that day?
That's crazy. Holy shit.
Fast.
April 12th is when the Tech FC happened. We all know he's the first one to FC. That's a bit further down the list.
Less than 6 months after the game came out, like 5.5.
Man, Flames Tech FC that quick.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like you said, the skill ceiling, man, is like rapidly raising the further you go down.
You guys want to know his Bridge 1 method? Bridge 1 ending method? It was this.
Oh yeah, I see him do that. He does that in the Guinness video.
Actually, I think I did too. Yeah, he just taps those the oranges only, right? And he does everything else with his threading hand.
Yeah. Meanwhile, today the best method is just alt tap it and like anchor red the whole
tapping,
time.
Or even as more recently, you fucking slide tap it.
Oh
which still works on Guitar Hero 3. It still works on Guitar Hero 3.
When you say alt tap, is that the one where you just only tap the orange blues and then do everything else with your left hand? That's what I do.
Yeah. So it's like did.
Yeah.
That works the best for me.
That's the one that I figured out. But I still think the trill's the hardest part of Bridge 1.
The trill is the hardest part.
Trills are evil.
I think that's the hardest part, bro. Because it just like it goes up and then you have to go down into a fucking reverse chimney. Fuck that.
I shift my fingers up to 4th position. I hit that shit with my index and middle. For the first set of 3. So it starts off, it slowly moves up the frets until you get up there because you're already doing like yellow, blue, oranges for that shit.
I guess that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I move up there, slide down to the yellow, I keep it down there, and then I anchor with my middle finger on that blue. Slide her down.
I'm getting skill issued here. It's fine. I'm getting skill issued here.
I am. Acai. Give me a fucking break.
Imagine that, bro.
Imagine.
After that, Chris is still on his reign of terror. Going highest new single player note streak at 2485 on Flames. Now, where is that in the song?
Yeah, I was just about to say, where is
that? Is that Bridge? Does he miss in Bridge too? Flames FC.
It's after synth for sure.
That's got to be close to the solo,
right?
2485. Oh yeah. You know what? I think that's 2485.
Got to be close to the solo.
Oh, it's after. So he misses right. Oh, okay. It's like. And before, it's the first chords the double chords that go
and then
up.
the zig.
He literally misses on the first chord.
Damn.
Okay.
Wow.
So before he even had a real chance at the solo, he misses right before.
Sweating.
But in 2008, in April of 2008, that's super fucked up.
That's still pretty much almost the first FC up to the solo.
That's also I also don't know if he FC'd up until that point. The 2485 could have been anywhere, but the best the best approximation is that he got it from intro up until the solo. That's the best approximation.
FC to the end with it.
Imagine though. We don't have video footage of it, bro.
That'd be hilarious, though.
I don't know. Maybe I'd ask Chris myself, bro. I could.
Yeah, you could.
Hey, can you verify this from fucking 15 years ago, bro?
Yeah. Hey, Chris, is the sky blue? Not today. It's
man. All right. Shout out to 420. 2008, the first person to get 200 expert FCs across all the games. LO7.
Damn.
LO7.
That's fucking
and
crazy.
200 out of the first, what is it, 211?
I think that this is LO7's last time on the list too.
211 is what they refer to it as. The original 211 songs. Guitar Hero 1, Guitar Hero 2,
Oh,
Guitar Hero
1, 2,
83.
and 3 is 211?
Yes, 211.
Yeah.
Wow.
Out of 211, original 211. So there's only 11 songs left for him to FC past that point. Which
So it's
is
probably like, it was
pretty
probably
good for
shit like,
2008.
it was probably
With
shit like, you know,
LO7,
like Jordan and shit. Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
with LO7 not being on the list anymore, there's one more thing I want to throw in that isn't on this accomplishment list that I never see talked about that I think is worth mentioning. LO7 was one of the best tournament players at the time. They were absurd. And that year was the first major world championship for Guitar Hero, World Cyber Games 2008. So a few months after this, in November of 2008. And that was the year UCog Monkey won the world championship. And second place, right behind him, the person who came right next to him close.
Ooh, can I
was
guess?
LO7.
LO7.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
LO7 got second.
Did I bring it up in an episode because I remember trying out for WCG for Guitar Hero 3 and I didn't know what star power pathing was. I was just good at the game.
Wow.
So I got my ass beat, not just by anybody. I got my ass beat by a guy who dropped out of high school to pursue Guitar Hero 3.
Oh,
That guy! No!
I got my ass beat by him.
That guy.
No!
Yeah.
Moment
It-
of glory.
That was his name?
No, I'm just saying that was his moment.
Oh, okay. I don't remember his name, but it was like on X Play and shit. Like
I remember the
was
news articles.
it was in the news, you know, like this guy, his parents were like really supportive and like that's cool. Dropping out of high school for Guitar Hero 3s, that's insane.
High school, though? That's crazy.
High
College,
school, yeah. I feel like
maybe.
high school is like the key to the rest of your life. Whether it's a
Yeah.
diploma or
You
a
need high school.
GED, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody following this
Hey.
guy's footsteps, guys. If you're listening here and you're still in high school, don't drop out of high school to play
Cannot
fucking
recommend.
Clone Hero. Don't
Just
do
get
that.
through it.
Make
Get
it through. Just graduate.
thought-
You'll be fine.
I thought competitive gaming for Guitar Hero would be a lock. That guy had more hopium than I did. My God,
yeah.
like Jesus
Oh, yeah.
Christ!
Yeah.
Wow.
Now,
I mean, I
with,
hope he's doing all right. I
Yeah.
forgot the
Yeah.
guy's name. I
His
hope
name
he's
is
doing
Blake
okay. I
Peebles.
hope
Sorry,
he like
guy.
went back to school or something or
Yeah.
figured
If
it out.
This,
I
if this
just
article is
He
true
went back to
from
high school this year.
RollingStone.com, teen drops out of high school to become professional Guitar Hero player. Blake Peebles, teenager in North Carolina.
He lives
I
in
will-
North Carolina.
He did in 2008.
Oh no.
Oh, it's on Rolling Stone too. That's hilarious.
If Peebles leaves up to his high-flying Guitar Hero dreams, he could earn up to $80,000 a year on the competitive circuit through groupie. Though groupies should be slightly harder to come by. Hey, Jason, what are your thoughts on that?
What?
What are your thoughts on that for 2008?
That's just I don't. My brain's turning into Peebles and falling out my ears. This is
A little-
awful.
bro, he got
Before that,
52
I skipped-
Chick-fil-A meals,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, I was about
Yeah, I
to
skipped
say
to,
that.
I skipped to the end. Yeah, Peebles has already won a few hero tournaments, but so far his winnings include gift certificates, gaming equipment, and 52 Chick-fil-A meals. So we got a meal a week from Chick-fil-A. He got probably a fucking gaming headset and a few gift certificates. He's like, yeah, I could probably earn $80K. Yeah, give me a fucking break.
And it
dog.
links to a
No
Yahoo
way.
News article that doesn't exist anymore too.
Yeah, of course, from 15
Yeah.
years ago.
So now WCG Alec, WCG 2008, isn't that the one that Corey Dunn from Optic said that he was a part of?
No, WCG is different. That was
Okay.
Korean, right?
Okay.
Are they a Korean company, Jason? Do you remember? I don't.
Oh wow! I know exactly which one you're talking about.
World Cyber Games.
World's-
This is
World-
different from WSVG.
Okay.
World Series video
WSVG.
game. There was World Cyber Games, which was a part. Eventually, it was done with Samsung.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm just trying to remember like where they were based. I
They were
don't.
based in. I want to say Korea, but
I want to say too because like that they had a hand on like esports like ever since the early 2000s. Not World Cyber Games, but Korea in general. Like you know
Absolutely.
they've been doing like they did like StarCraft tournaments like the late 90s or early 2000s and shit.
GOM TV
and they're like
and shit.
yeah, it was crazy as fuck. Like you know, I want to say the World Cyber Games is based in Korea, but a WSVG that was a different tournament. That was where it was live streamed. I think it was in Texas. It was
Yes,
called World
and that was
Series
the-
of Video Games, and
That was Dancy Boy.
yeah, that was where they judged you on your performance, like on stage, and your performance in the game. So it was it was hard as fuck. It was hard as fuck.
I'm reading what you're reading right now, and
yeah, you see what I posted there? I found a different thing about Mr. Peebles here.
This is a little wild. No, he's not doing Guitar Hero anymore. He and I, parentheses, his girlfriend, went to MLG and Rally this past year.
Yeah, and she posted later on, yeah, he has a sweet car and a hot girlfriend too, me, or some shit.
I was at that event.
Were you
This
really?
guy, dude, this guy's so cool. He drives the sickest cars, has the hottest chicks. This dude's so cool, dude.
Oh,
his
No lie
girlfriend's
to
out there.
prove it to Asian Girl 92.
I didn't see the screen.
Username, bro.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think that this is just Blake Peebles on a fake account.
I hope it is. I fucking hope it is, because
Yeah.
I don't know. This is so cringe.
Somebody's like, somebody said, how the fuck did you even find this thread? And they said, Googled his name out of curiosity.
Oh wow, this is some.
That's what I did.
This is some like major. This is fucking weird.
They
Can we get Blake Peebles on the
Oh, wait.
podcast?
Yeah, where you at, Peebles? Hit us up.
Okay,
I
he had a
didn't
private tutor. He had a private tutor while at home.
Yeah, private
Okay,
tutor. We're good.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
All right.
If anybody knows Blake
I
Peebles,
said
reach out.
This girl is just being weird though. I don't know, bro. This is fine. Hey,
The
you know what?
The final reply of the thread is by a moderator that says, well, this thread was dumb.
I think that's where we'll leave it there. Sorry.
How the
Yeah,
fuck
after
did you
shit
find
on
this
Blake
thread?
Peebles.
Goggled his name out of curiosity.
Blake Peebles, if you're watching this, hit us up.
Yeah, I want to
Hey,
talk
it's
to
no
you,
hard
Peebles.
feelings, bro. You beat my ass.
Yeah.
I'm just
Hit
saying.
us up. Come on.
I'm just saying, man. I
We're
just want to
begging
know.
you. Please, we need guests.
Like that's cool as fuck what your parents let you do.
For real though, it's like hashtag supportive
My parents
dude.
were
Honestly.
supportive, but like they were like, yo, nah, you gotta fucking do school.
Yeah.
No,
Chase
not
those
verbatim,
dreams.
you know.
Yep. All right.
But-
What do we got
Your parents
next?
are better
Oh, we
than
have a big one.
Okay, where were we? Where were we?
We have a big one next.
Yeah. Okay, so we got.
Monumental.
Ooh,
Yes.
Oh, this is
holy
huge.
shit.
Yeah.
First
Okay.
ever
Yeah, go
Guitar
for
Hero
it.
1 expert, Bark at the Moon FC by
The
Strikeblur
last
585.
The last song needed for a full game FC.
Yes,
So it was
consequently, the same
Community
day,
Full
the
Game
final
FC.
GH1. Yep, last song FC
Man,
by
so
Strikeblur
he-
Community FGC.
he gets triple
4/23, 2008.
It took like almost 3 fucking years for Bark at the Moon to be FC'd, man.
Man, he
That's
got
fucking wild.
he got
That's so
triple
crazy.
and then Bark at the Moon. Like
He was out for blood. What
that's
can we say?
insane, man. He
Yeah.
was on. He was locked in.
He was in it.
Poland strikes.
Yeah.
Jesus
no,
Christ.
you know, it also helps that like he was very accustomed to not playing with hyperspeed. Like
Yeah.
I want to say because of all of his time he probably spent on GH1 getting all these first evers, he like did not play with hyperspeed for the rest of his like playing career. Maybe here and there he would play hyperspeed, but I just remember for the most part he did not use hyperspeed at all, or very very low hyperspeed. So, but Strikebuller is one of the goats for that reason, man. He was just different. And so
Dude
yeah,
was an absolute legend.
yeah.
And it didn't stop here. He kept going past this.
Yeah, he did.
he really
he
did.
stayed relevant. He stayed being a trailblazer even
Yep.
after all
Yeah.
these crazy accomplishments back in the day. But after Bark
Interesting
at the Moon and GH1,
Interesting next one.
Yeah.
Rock of Ages FC by
Which
Metal
was
Marshmallow.
a Def Leppard
That's-
DLC song.
That's not
Does
the
that really
hardest Def
warrant-
Leppard song.
does
That's
that really
the-
warrant having a spot here? I feel like the
I
DLC
don't-
probably just came out that week. you
I
know?
mean-
I
It was
think
like-
so.
The solo,
the
the outro, yeah.
No, the
there
hardest
a
song
hard
was Photograph. The hardest
Yeah,
song was
Photograph.
Photograph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock of Ages.
Because of that silly ass little strumming bit and Photograph. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, the only one to write home about with the Def Leppard pack was Photograph. I don't remember much about Rock of Ages. I remember it being fun.
It has a fun outro.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that was the day of release. It got FC'd
Yeah.
the day it got released. This isn't even fucking noteworthy. Sorry.
Whitwix. GH2 expert set. Oh.
Ooh, that's
yeah,
big.
wait
set list FC.
That's
set
huge.
list? Like
Yeah,
Okay,
tiers
set
1
list.
through 8?
Yeah, Tears
No,
We're
One
talking
Through Eight.
hold on.
tiers 1 through 8?
I'm saying that's
remember when this
FGFC.
happened. I remember when this happened because I was on Scorehero and the controversy around this.
Uh-oh.
So let me throw some
Drama alert.
sprinkles of spice in here.
Burninator. Hint.
Yes. This is a huge drama point because I believe Whitwix even came out later and said that the Trogdor FC was faked
Oh
because
shit! I think I
because
heard
it was
about
on
that too.
NTSC
Yeah.
with the strumming.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was the last song needed, I believe, at the time for the full game FC. I want to say it was Trogdor.
By one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that this is actually a debate, something you could debate on if it's actually true in the timeline here.
I'd consider it tiers 1 through 8 and the bonus songs, personally.
Yeah,
well, who's to say he was the first one to do that, though?
Yeah,
that's the most
right.
challenging
That's
thing
also
up there.
true.
But yeah, I think
Trogdor.
yeah, like getting. I mean, if we are gonna go into like the Trogdor, you know, that whole controversy with that, I think the details is that the reason why people were so quick to be like, is that the way people recount it was that Witwix had a theory about using like hopos and there being an extra input when you're strumming that fast, and like if you use the hopos you would be able to beat the strum limit or something like that, and then he would go on stream to try and recreate this like for like 2-3 hours, and he never got it. But like that's when people were like, but I can't really say for sure if he ever got it on PAL. You know, that's the thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he did get it on PAL. Then cool. Then this is a very true and real accomplishment. But yeah, I didn't realize he's the one to be credited for the first expert setlist FC on GH2.
Yeah, that definitely
that's a surprise.
Interesting
I didn't know.
entry. Yeah,
it is a little wild that I tried to look this up on Scorehero, and is somebody talking about the Witwix supposedly FCing Trogdor on PS2 and NTSC. The very first reply in this thread is from the 760 and says, "You are not FCing it on NTSC. That's it."
No fucking way.
The look on your face when Jason said
no
the 760,
fucking
you're like,
way, dude. Link me this right now.
Yep.
What?
That's me. That's me.
That's actually
That's me.
you. Location, New York.
That's me.
That's you. That's actually you.
That's me.
The 760.
Oh, in 2016.
Yo.
Oh, dude, you posted that so. Oh, this is so like recent. Actually,
This is
I
recent.
thought this was 2008.
Yeah.
I thought
this
this
says
was
joined
2008.
2008.
Either way.
I mean, to be fair,
But-
I was on Scorehero that long ago, but
this is.
I joined November 2008, bro. You can
No,
see it
I
right
will
there.
say though, this whole thread was talking about it being possible how to do Trogdor in general, and
Well,
this is Six String Cal that
Yeah, I
figured
was
out.
gonna say the author of it would prove years later.
Oh, it's 6-string Cal.
Yeah.
He
6-string
did
Cal.
some wacky shit.
This is fucking cool. Like there's a whole Etienne video about it, but the gist of it is that he built a Guitar Hero controller that posed as a standard Xbox 360 controller, and the strum bar was a kill switch for the inputs. So whatever he was holding down, the strum bar would turn off the controller and re-enable it, and when it would be re-enabled, the button would be pressed again.
That's all you have to do on
People
a regular
found
controller.
out-
You just have to push the button and it hits.
Yeah, you
no
just have to
strumming
push the
required on
button
a
and
regular
it hits.
controller.
Yeah, and so the logic behind that, why would you want this guitar, is because there's no strum limit on a standard controller.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's a strum limit on a guitar, but not a standard controller. And so he would figure, like, Six String Cal would go ahead and figure out that Trogdor was FCable on 360, and he wasn't going to stop until he did it. And so he figured that out. And that was originally theorized by Abby. Abby figured that out, and he's like, I can't do a French accent. No, I'm not gonna do it. But he's like, is there I don't think there's a strum limit on controller, because I think he probably tried doing like Miserlou or something on a Dual Shocker, another fast strumming song, and was able to strum faster at an alarming rate compared to a guitar. But yeah, no, that's just some cool side history with the
I'm
OP of that post.
I'm like reading my reply and like, damn, I was a jerk.
It's okay, bro. It's okay though.
It's fine.
Hey, you
we
180'd
You
out of
didn't
it,
know.
bro. You 180.
It's too funny. It's too funny.
Yeah, moving on from that, May 3rd, the first ever to 275 total.
By Undead.
Yeah,
Undead 13 FQ.
And
Undead Phil.
Undead's going to
13
become
CC.
real important during, like, in this thread. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
real
yeah,
One of the
important.
best Wii players.
Yeah, he
Well,
played
yeah,
on
he was.
Wii.
And
played on
he
Wii.
and he gets one of the
Raining Blood.
biggest accomplishments ever on Wii. So
Yeah.
Yes,
we'll get there.
And to clarify, 275 total GH3 FCs. That's just the Guitar Hero 3 set list. There's 70 songs on every difficulty.
Yeah.
So 70 times 4, 280. So he's missing 5 total FCs.
This is something
between
that
all
people used to do,
difficulties
by the
on
way.
Barrier
They
3.
used to go through
Yep.
every single difficulty and FC everything.
We don't do that
That's
anymore.
all.
Don't do
That's all
that.
the content you had. That's all
Yeah,
you had.
exactly.
You had those 70 songs to play.
There's no
Might as well
customs.
play Might as well play every chart there is.
I
right?
mean,
let-
there
hey,
was customs, but you got to mod
not
the family
easily
PS2.
accessible.
Hey, let's path easy.
We
You can't mod the
Yeah,
family
we can do that now.
PS2, bro. You can't do
Yeah.
it.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
people
there was
pathing the
no-
lower difficulties nowadays. Just saying.
There was no access to custom, so we didn't like the first time we saw like crazy patterns was when they first appeared in a song.
Yeah.
Right? Like because it's midnight dropped or something like that. That was like, "Oh my god, what is this?" Right?
Yeah.
And it was just a different mentality going into that. So looking back now and seeing where we are in this timeline, yeah, man, this shit's wild. We should keep moving. I'm gonna keep sidetracking. Otherwise, I just
Yeah,
realized I'm
it's
gonna go
too
off another
easy.
tangent.
Yeah,
No,
we
it's
gotta
too
get
easy.
this
There's
shit
too
moving.
much.
It's
Train
too
kept it
easy.
rolling.
Keep-
Okay.
And you know, the
it
good
going.
thing is that we have almost infinite things to talk about. Like
Yeah.
this
True.
is a good
Yeah.
thing.
We got content for days, baby.
4 days later, first ever 800K on Devil Down Georgia by Hell Ashes.
Unsurprising,
Another-
it's Hell Ashes.
This motherfucker did it on a.
Yep.
I want to say he did this on a projector at DHO's house.
He probably fucking did. I remember those videos.
Yeah, dude, the
right?
projector.
You remember
disc,
those
I believe
videos?
that.
Hanger 18
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
like
yeah.
projector, yeah.
he was like nonstop, like just doing some crazy ass shit, nonstop. And so
yeah, and back then I thought projectors were so cool because you have such a
such a
huge-looking
big
screen.
TV.
Yeah, I want
it's
one of
so
those,
nice and
I'm so
large.
glad I never got one because I would
Dude, I
have been
used
so
to-
upset with the latency with that shit.
No, my dad had like he had like an industry grade one that he would steal from his work. He would bring it home so we could like watch movies and stuff. Where my dad worked, and he's like, okay, hey, I was able to bring home the projector, and we can use it or whatever. But those light bulbs were so fucking expensive, and
Yeah.
the thing ran
Yeah.
so hot. I had pretty low latency. I would play like Halo 2 on there. It was awesome. And then I would play Guitar Hero on there, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I did start noticing a little bit of the latency, but that's when I want to say around 80s or so. It was the first time playing on an HD TV, and I was just like, I'm not doing the calibration. I'm muting the TV, and that's how I learned to play visually instead of via audio. I was like, playing via audio is just too much. I can't do it. So that's why I could play with or without audio. But yeah, sorry, side tangent done. Fucking Devil Went Down Georgia 800K is nasty.
Yeah.
I don't know when it got FC'd. It probably took a very, very long time. But Hell Ashes was pumping out some crazy ass videos or crazy ass scores of Devil Went Down Georgia back.
Yeah, I know he was going
2008.
pretty hard on that song specifically for a while because that song is I was gonna say arguably, but no, it is harder than Through the Fire and Flames. I'll
Yeah.
say it.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It just
It
is.
is. When you're playing on Guitar Hero 3 on console, it is much harder than Flames.
Whole different ball
Mhm.
game.
It is
I
much
dare
harder
say
than Flames.
800K on that now today is still something
Still
you
pretty
shouldn't
good.
be
Yeah,
upset about.
absolutely.
That's
Pretty
great.
good.
Pretty good, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A strange one, another co-op FC, YYZ by Kevin Pope. There's
Cool.
nothing
Yeah,
really.
you might think, well, why did it take so long? You had to meet up with somebody.
Yeah. Oh no.
You had to be
Yeah,
in
you're
person.
right. You're right. You had to meet up, and no two good players were like meeting up trying to get Guitar Hero 2 co-op FCs back.
Yeah,
in the
they're
day.
only
Well, I mean,
a
like this
handful
is
of-
back
of
in the day.
groups.
This is during the heyday of
Yeah.
Guitar Hero, but
All
that's
right,
cool.
this next one is a very
Next
silly
one is-
tagline.
Fucking awesome. But honestly, it kind of makes sense in a way. I will explain. Fucking
it
first ever Guitar Hero 1 full game FC on Expert by Strike Bowler.
The
On
first
May
one who did
13th.
FC Bark of the Moon. He's the one who did
And
the first
Triple E.
full game FC
and
by
Triple
Wyatt.
E within weeks of
And
each
Triple E,
other.
yeah.
And
That
he
technically
probably did
doesn't
this
count,
on.
but still.
He most likely did this on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
100%
100%
Smoke
he
on the
did.
Water being the last song at FC, but it also has a pretty hard solo.
Yeah, it's missable for
fairly
sure.
hard, and it also has a big rock ending that he had to deal with too.
It do.
It's also kind of a slow burn of a track just for Guitar Hero 1, and it's in tier 1 also. But yeah, no, that's what a fucking accomplishment that is. First ever Guitar Hero 1 full game FC. And like this is still, I see posts of Guitar Hero 1 to this day, and people being so excited that they FC'd a song on Guitar Hero 1.
Yeah.
I think
As
it
they
was,
should be.
I think I've been seeing Zuppy and Smitty's posts.
Yeah.
And Smitty was like, I FC'd Texas Flood, fuck this song, best FC of my
Yeah.
life. And I
Who
feel
was it? Was it Drew that just started playing Guitar Hero?
Yeah,
1 for the
Drew
first
just
time?
started.
Yes, yeah, Drew just started, and he
Yeah.
was like, bro, why is Smoke on the Water harder than all of Warriors of Rock? And I'm like, that's so funny.
Hey,
That's so
there's-
funny.
Another
Anything
notable
that
big
comes out
player,
of this. Go ahead.
Kyle Ruth has also never played Guitar Hero 1.
Oh man, really?
Oh yeah, you know what? You're
Wow.
right. He has not played Guitar Hero 1. Yeah, he's still
To this day.
squeezing the shit out of every single point in every song in every game
Every
other than
last
Guitar
bit.
Hero 1 and 2 and 80s.
He is 2 songs away from full game first on Warriors of Rock. He needs Fury
That's-
and Sudden Death.
Fury and
Yeah,
Sudden
first-
Death. Yeah.
Two
He
scary
told-
ones,
He
that's
told
for
me he
sure.
had a solo eye choke on first place pace, and I was like, damn, feels bad, man.
If there's one thing that I think, I hope that if anybody's listening to this and they've never played these old games, if there's one thing I hope this inspires, is just at least go try these. If you've only ever played Clone Hero or any of the easy to set up games, even Yarg, things like that, there's a different feel entirely, and you can still feel it by playing these games on console. Seriously, it's worth it. Hope it inspires you.
Yeah.
Let's keep
Yeah,
going.
not even
Hell
just
yeah.
for like one more thing. Not even just for like the being the boomer cred. Like, oh yeah, I play the old games too. It's just because it's fun. It's a different
It
experience.
is.
It's fun.
It's
It's,
a different
challenging.
experience.
It-
It's a big
it is
challenge.
genuinely very rewarding to get FCs on those.
And I
games.
would like to say that emulation is getting a lot closer. Emulation is getting extremely close.
Like
the
GH1
PCS
and PCSX2
Yeah,
is way better than it was.
PCSX2.
Like, dude, remember when we played at your house and we were playing like co-op, or like we were doing co-op, and the game would just freeze for like 5 seconds at like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it doesn't really do that anymore. Like it's way
It
better
doesn't
than it
do
used
that.
to be.
Me
Even
and Randy-
GH2
Much.
dude,
Yeah,
GH2
was
is
it-
better too. It's great.
Yeah, like a year ago when they added like Vulkan support to PCSX2, Randy
changed
came
everything.
over,
Yeah,
and
that changed
we just
everything.
had like the best time playing GH1 Pro Face-Offs, and I wish we could have recorded it, but we were just having we were vibing so hard with it because it was just like, damn, there's no way it could have gotten this good, in this long. We lived to be in a lifetime where PlayStation 2 emulation was actually fun. Because, like, it was just so bad for so long.
Yeah.
It was so
It's
bad.
only gonna get better.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to get
That's
better.
true.
And honestly, talking about the accomplishment timeline, these do get better. Because J-Prez, 3 days after the full game FC
Yeah, this is
Guitar
crazy
Hero
to
1,
me, man.
FC's Fast Solo A.
And like, you have to remember,
And listen,
like he's standard tapping this.
the
Like, this is not
method-
alt tapped.
the method was...
Like multiple things
Tapping
about
that shit
this.
super fast like that. Yeah.
Like it's really fast. It uses all the stamina you've been saving up for the entire song, like the entire
yeah.
thing.
takes you 6 minutes or so to get there.
And then not only that, but then when you're standard tapping it, now you have to transition out and hit the orange wall, and then the Fast Solo A is arguably the most difficult section in Guitar Hero 3. Arguably,
Yes, because of the elbow strum
One
too.
at
could
least
argue
top
it.
3. At
Yes.
least top 3.
On disc,
like-
yeah, sure, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Tap notes didn't exist. It was only hammer-ons.
So again,
Yes.
just taking
And this
into
is,
consideration.
once again, like,
Yeah.
nobody figured out how to do this until
No.
later, and we'll get to that. Maybe we don't get to that. I think...
But even then, I
Um,
mean, there's people back then that would probably say like, "Oh, alt tapping is less consistent than standard tapping because that was just how things were back then."
Yeah.
I think
Oh, you're gonna-
we will get to this later.
Yeah,
like
we
them
will.
Being,
We will.
being able to finally do that. Okay. But fuck, I lost my place here. Where
First
were we
just
slash
at one
guitar
fast
battle.
We're just
solo
at
A.
one Fast Solo A / Guitar Battle FC
By
10
Hell Ashes.
10 days later.
By Hell
Hell
Ashes.
Ashes was
Great
on
FC.
a
Hell
kill
Ashes
run.
again.
On a kill run, man. / Guitar Battle is no slouch. Fuck that
Nope.
outro. It's so
Yeah, that shit
hard.
sucks.
It is so hard. Like the amount of strum control that you need, and after
Yeah.
that, there's like these really, really fast descending triplets, and then it ends on
That are
a
completely
strum
inaccurate,
note.
by the way.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
to
yeah.
mention the Blues Buster, the part with the
Yeah.
weird strum in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
I
You see
hit that
JLC
shit.
taps that with his elbow or elbow.
Yes,
strap and
yes.
taps it.
Dude, I hit
It's
that shit
basically-
without even
Oh, yeah,
trying
go
the
ahead,
other
go
day.
ahead.
I was so happy.
I was like, I remember figuring that out, and then I realized it's faster, Cowboys from Hell, but the
It
hammer-ons
is.
work.
It is.
It's
yeah.
faster Cowboys from Hell, but the hammer-ons work. Because I was like, I've seen this pattern before, and this is where the brain rot really started to kick in for me in 2008. I was just like, I've seen these fucking patterns before. Like,
Where
what
have I
is
seen
this?
these?
And I was like, oh,
before?
this is like really fast Cowboys from Hell. And then I was just like, okay, and I fucking raw dogged it. No elbow strumming, no tapping. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna
You just
do
strum.
that.
You just strummed through it, right?
Yeah.
That
yeah.
was the strat, baby. Strumming
Yeah.
through.
No,
shit in
no,
Guitar
not even
Hero
like
3.
no. I used the hopos. Like,
Oh, you did?
yeah,
no,
I
I
used the
can-
hopos. I didn't
Alright,
do
listen.
this.
Listen, I'm gonna say something controversial. Once you know how to do it, it's not that hard. I hit it the other
Right?
day.
No, no,
Like,
no, exactly.
But
Exactly.
I was playing
getting to the point
GH3
where
on
it's
console
normal.
and I hit it. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
getting
when
to the
you're
point where you learn everything, though, that's the challenge.
yeah, exactly. Like I know, like because that section is strictly it's more timing than anything. It's timing, it's control. So once you get that down, all right.
So
more
same
hell
day.
ashes.
Same day, actually, yeah. So after he got done FCing / Guitar Battle, he went and got a little co-op FC of We Three Kings with Peterick.
Cool FC.
Peterick,
Cool FC.
Nice.
it's a fun
Yeah.
chart.
Yeah, it is.
I wonder which one they did. I wonder if it was the
Yeah.
original.
Might have
I
been
know
the
you gotta
original
wonder,
chart,
right?
Or the
1198, or was it the
1100
1100
or
1096?
1096? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hell Ashes continued after the We Three Kings Co-op FC. 2 days later, gets the first ever Devil Went Down to Georgia FC on hard.
Hard.
But
Baited.
I don't really know the song, the chart for Hard, honestly.
at the
Me
same
neither.
time, on the same day, Chris for Life in another state, setting the new streak
Wait,
record for
actually,
Through the Fire.
Ooh.
Same
Yeah.
day.
Same day. TTFAF 3088.
Are they both?
First-
Are they
first
both from New
person.
York? I know Hal
Wait,
Ashes
are-
is from New York.
No.
I'm
Chris
Chris
is
for
from
Life.
California, right?
No,
No,
Chris
Chris
is from Minnesota,
Minnesota?
Rochester,
Oh,
Minnesota,
Minnesota.
not
Oh, okay.
Rochester, New York. Different
Okay.
Rochester. The Mayo Clinic, baby. Yeah, everybody knows the Mayo
Hey.
Clinic. Rochester, Minnesota.
This is an FC past what? This is a note streak past what the?
Which is like,
Yeah.
wow.
I,
Like what
I
those hard
actually,
section, man.
I looked this up. It's like it's a miss in Twin.
The triplets. The
Oh, he
triplets
misses
out
in
of the
twin?
triplets, bro.
Out of the triplets.
It's the yellow, blue out of the ascending triplets in twin solo.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
A very easy spot
That
to
shit
miss
sucks.
in.
Yeah.
in. He
Absolutely,
misses
yeah.
the blue hopo.
It's a lot harder to
leading
get
into
out of
the
those
yellow,
triplets to
blue,
get in.
blue.
Yep.
So that's
Twin
fucking
You know
massive.
he was so
and so,
fucking nervous. You know he
Yeah,
was so nervous doing
but
that.
but listen, man, it only we'll see. You'll see when we get down there. But he was pretty determined. Let's just say that.
Ooh,
First
next
ever
one's huge.
3,000 single player note streak, which is fucking crazy. Yeah, Chris is determined, and we'll see it in a second. The next one was by Strike Bowler, Ballroom Blitz FC, which
First ever
is
Ballroom Blitz.
first
That song's
ever.
so fucked.
Ballroom Blitz. So
This is
fucked,
from
man.
GH80s for those who don't know.
Yeah, and
And so it
consequently,
says-
that was the final song
That was
for
the last
the
song,
community
yeah.
full game FC. Yep.
Yeah, and so if you don't know, the solo's really messed up in Ballroom Blitz, which we found out later that in the prototype it was not
It
charted
was
like
not.
this. It was charted
They
properly.
artificially made it harder
JP, do you
for no good
remember when we
reason.
were in that Discord call,
Yeah,
bro?
dude.
And
yeah.
I started playing Ballroom Blitz, and
we were
then
freaking out.
and I was just like, no, the strumming's gonna be there. They didn't change it, and it was nerfed, and we're like, oh! Everyone went
Yeah.
like that. You'll hear that in the unnerfed audio. Fucking the crisp remove
Yeah,
that
noise
from our call.
suppression. Yeah, dude,
But-
I remember that shit.
I remember that shit.
Like, I remember us being like, dude, you got to be kidding me. Like it was they
Like they really did that to us, man.
Yeah.
They really did that shit to us. Unbelievable. And so yeah, the charting is super fucked up because it's a quad zig. Think, it's just like a quad zig pattern, but instead of just it being singular notes, there's strums in between.
Yeah,
so think
consider
about
it like
soulless strumming.
yes,
right?
exactly. That's what I was gonna
It's
say.
that, but you have to do that on the
Exactly.
Guitar Hero 2 engine, and with
And it's
the
not
small,
easy.
the shrinking timing window, and so these are like, I don't know, what would you say notes per second, Jake? Is this like
Oh god,
17?
it's probably faster than that.
18?
Oh,
like 18.
for strumming, just strumming the
yeah,
notes.
if you just strummed it straight,
Yeah, it's
there's
probably
no
about, like,
hopos.
16, 18, somewhere in that range.
Yeah,
guess.
I was
I thought
gonna
it was
say.
18, yeah. Somewhere in there.
So,
Not
like,
that
it's-
fast.
It's the shrinking timing window because the harmonics teams had that, and so you just had to kind of be Guitar Hero 1 accurate. And who else other than Strike Bowler
Yeah,
to
Strike
take
Bowler
the
was,
first
like,
ever
the best
Ballroom
one.
Blitz FC because he's like the best Guitar Hero 1 player at the time.
Yeah, best choice
getting the
to take
first
it
ever
down.
expert full game FC of GH1. And so
Although this next entry is going to a new challenger approaches.
Yeah.
Oh
Because
shit! Look at that.
Same
this
day!
Same day. Johnny, I hardly knew you. Co-op FC. Does anybody know the name Phenom Man?
No, who's that?
They don't know
who's
yet.
that? They don't know.
They don't know yet.
Oh, they'll know the name Danny Johnson.
Oh yeah.
That is
And his brother Scotty.
Scott
That
from
is
the-
Scotty. Oh
Scott
my
Data.
god, that's
Scott
Scotty.
15,000, bro.
Yes.
That's
yes.
Scotty. Wow.
Yes.
15,000.
God, that's
Guitar
Scotty.
Hero Phenom, originally known as Phenom Man, with his brother. First time coming up on here.
Oh,
Johnny, I
man.
hardly knew ya. Co-op FC, the way he burst on
Fucked
the
up,
scene.
dude.
The old days, man.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, that chart's fucked up. It's a fucked up chart.
It is.
And
I got the opportunity to meet Danny in Texas for off season, and he's doing really well for those who, because I always see people say like whatever happened to Guitar Hero Phenom. He's doing really well. Danny is definitely somebody that I'm sure that we would love to get on here at some point, and we'll definitely
awesome. I'd love to
we'll definitely
cool.
make that happen because
Have to.
there's so much to go over with Danny, like his like one of the things about him, and I'll go on this quick tangent and then go off of it, but Danny had like a closet full of like new Guitar Hero guitars, like a literal closet full of them. And so when he used to stream back in the day, if a guitar wasn't working out for him, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, no, this one's dead," and then he'd like go to the closet and like grab a new one out of like a box, like not even opened yet, and then
That
just
is
start playing,
insane.
again. That was it.
I remember hearing that at one point, I think it was his dad talking about this in an interview, that he's gone through over 100 guitars.
Yeah, because you have to keep in mind that
Oh
Danny
my
primarily
God.
back then used the Les Paul. The Les Paul had a
Yeah.
notoriously bad neck connector that would die in
awful.
less than a year. In less than a year, they'd go bad.
Less than a fucking month at
Yeah,
some point.
like-
Sometimes it's just
Yeah.
bad out of
Yeah.
the box.
Yeah, so like stories like that, like, you know, we'd love to get into it. So we'll try to get him one day, but we gotta talk about this next one because, you know.
Here it is, fellas. We were all waiting for
And like
it.
I
Here
said,
it is.
It was coming.
he was determined. All
Yeah.
right, because a couple days earlier from this, he was not.
Foreshadowing.
You know that he was fucked up off of that twin solo choke. He had to have been fucked up. He was like, man, I was like right there. Like he was absolutely locked in. It only took him a couple days after that 3088 choke that he FC'd. Chris for life FC's through the fire and flames.
Day
June
in
3rd.
Guitar Hero infamy right here.
Yeah.
June 3rd,
Yep.
2008. Only how many days is that after the first one? February
Not much.
28th, or May 28th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Less than a week after
That's
he got that
locked
first ever
in.
3,000 note streak.
That's
he
a
got
quick
to
turnaround.
37-22.
That's a quick
Super
turnaround.
quick turnaround.
Man's
Very
had to have
quick.
been playing the song multiple times a day. I mean, like, that's just how it went back then.
Dude,
Like,
he's like different. Like he's like locked
he's
in.
built
He-
different. Yeah.
If he wants to like learn something and be good at it, he's gonna do it.
And
And-
we're gonna have to mention the fact that Chris is a fucking DDR champion. He's
Yes.
one of the best
World
DDR
champion.
players in the entire world.
Yeah, this Guitar Hero shit, not even his main game. This
He,
is a side gig.
he moved on.
DDR
No,
is
this
his
is a
main
side gig. He moved
Yeah.
on, bro.
He moved
And
on,
he
man.
just went out and
Like,
became a beast.
and so the guy's just, I'd call him. He's one of the best rhythm gamers in history.
For sure.
I dare
100%.
say
For sure.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody pick up rhythm games faster than
Yeah.
Chris, because I remember when Guitar Hero Live dropped, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know about this controller. Oh, this kill switch engage song in due time needs some 6-fret alt tapping. Oh, let me just knock out the first ever FC. Okay, later deuces." Never plays the game again.
Never plays the game again.
Yeah, he hits the triplets and then just figures out that the game sucks
Bounces.
balls.
And then he
So-
comes to, then he plays Clone
That
Hero.
was
He
my
FC what? He FC
Yeah,
Flames
dude,
again.
I got to coach him for a little bit. That was
Yeah.
unreal. Like when
That was a cool
It was
era,
remember
was
the
his
CSC
flight
Invitational.
comeback.
You remember that
Yes,
shit, bro?
dude. Yes.
Yeah, he like wanted me to help him with shit, and I'm just like, oh man, how do I break this down to a fucking god? How do I do this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
I'm
like,
supposed
that
to
was-
teach him?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one that
Like,
FC'd
I'm
it
supposed
first?
to teach Chris,
What?
like,
Why am I teaching him this?
yeah, like dude,
He's on the Mount Rushmore.
yeah, like I had to teach him chiasm. Like it was crazy. It was so funny. Like I had to teach him
Wow.
chiasm like on Clone Hero, and I was just like, yeah, dude, it's fucking weird. And it gave me like a new sense of like this is how I should teach people who like don't. Because I was like all new to like trying to teach someone who was really experienced at the game, like, and not just anyone. You know, it was Chris for life. I was like, oh my god,
This is
how
the
fuck-
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, this is him. Like, how am I gonna do this? Like, it was hard to say, but I feel like I'm better at like teaching shit now, and hopefully, like you know, we could do like, I'm just saying, not just myself, but we'd be able to do a Guitar Hero
Yeah.
masterclass.
But, like,
Imagine
part-
that, bro.
Part of the challenge.
Yeah.
Like, part of the challenge is the fact that, like, you have to break down all this new tech for somebody who's relying on extremely old tech that isn't necessarily not viable today, but it's not ideal.
Yeah,
know?
he was
Lord
saying
knows
like
how
guitar.
much old tech I play with.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I do
Yeah,
it too
and
sometimes.
I remember a tidbit when I was like trying to help Chris with something. He was like, "Yeah, my muscle memory is fucked up because I played a lot of Sound Voltex." And I'm like,
ooh.
"Yeah, it'll
man.
definitely fuck you up a bit." Like his hands were doing a descent. He had
Completely
problems
different
doing.
game, yeah.
He had problems doing ascending motions because he was too used to descending motions
Yeah.
with his left hand, and so like I had to teach him how to like overcome that. And Clone Hero kind of like just lets you get away with more shit than he thinks.
Yes, it
And he
does.
was just like, okay, yeah. But
Yeah.
Flames FC in 2008. That was like the monumental day, June 3rd.
Not that,
That's it,
and
man.
truthfully, really didn't take as long as you would have thought. Like we've got some goated ass players, man.
Yeah,
We really
less
do.
than a year after the game came out, the same year. This is being before fucking Aerosmith came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Guitar Hero 3 was still the newest game, and
Yeah.
the hardest song, almost definitely top 5 in the entire series. FC'd.
Aerosmith
At the
came out
time, it
later
was the
this
hardest
same
for
month.
sure.
Yeah, it did. It came out. The same
Oh, it
month, you're right.
did.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
so
wasn't
let's-
before the DS game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on. Let's move through these few next ones here. All
Anyway,
Devil Within
Hell
Georgia
Ashes.
FCs, section FC'd by Hell Ashes. So he
Tech
kept
Which is
going on with
crazy
his-
when you
with
think
his,
about
Devil Went Down to Georgia thing.
like the two like victory towards the end of the victory solos, like some of the hardest sections in the game at that point. Like truthfully, like
Yeah,
learning
but
how to
it-
tap ladders, man. Back then.
Oh yeah, fuck that section. Victory Solo
Like
K.
whoa,
Get the
that's,
KFC.
Solo
that's
K, man.
nuts. Yeah,
You know what's fucked up? I found out. You know, Real Savage Alf.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
so he FC'd Devil Went Down to Georgia on Rock Band 3, and
Yeah, he
he was like, yeah,
Laned.
I one-handed everything except for some part in Victory Solo G, and
That's
everyone's
crazy.
like, you one-handed Victory Solo K on Rock Band 3, and he's like, yeah, I
What?
just one-handed it.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I hate
And
you
like,
for
and
that.
then like, there's like some merit to it because you can like kind of tell where he taps and the one part that he taps, and then the rest of his like button presses are definitely one hands. Like
Fuck
it's
that,
fucked
dude.
up. It's so
One
fucked up.
one-handing ladders is probably like definitively like one of the
That's
hardest things
Giga
to
Chad. That's
one-hand.
insane.
It's even
that's
more Giga
Giga Chad
Chad.
shit.
That Victory Solo R in that custom they played was laned.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
the strumming.
It was.
In a fucking
Yeah,
lane.
no, he just
Little,
knows
and
the game.
Mini
He
lanes
just
too
knows
in
the
between.
game, man.
Yeah.
That's so fucked. I remember
Because it
when
was a
came out.
C3
That was
conversion, right?
mind-blowing. Something like
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what bonehead decided to lane it, but it's fine. No
I
one
don't
has to FC it again. Anyway, Devil Went Down
But-
to Georgia. I feel like Devil Went Down to Georgia getting Tech FC'd like mere days after Flames is just kind of a statement. It's just like, yeah,
It's so
we're-
fucked that it
yeah,
took,
the community
taking
is
this
ready
game
to
down.
tear up these fucking games. Let's
Yeah.
go.
It's just so
Come
fucked
on.
that the Fire Flames got FC'd before the entire song got FC'd.
Yeah.
Before each section got FC'd of The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Yeah.
But anyways, moving on. First
But yeah,
SCP
but
Remix
okay,
Scope
Flames
FC.
Flames is harder than Devil Went Down to Georgia. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Keep coping.
Sure, yeah. Keep on coping.
man.
Yeah, first
Anyway.
SCP Remix Scope FC, Witwick's a PSX freak.
Cool.
Great,
Nice.
good job. First
Arterial
Arterial
Black.
Black Co-op FC, Crazy
This is an
Canucks,
in-person,
Nucks.
so
Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
in person. That's
In
cool.
person
I've
is
never heard of
cool.
either of
It's
these
very
names.
likely.
Yeah.
Co-op FCP Remix FC, was this online? It is online. Okay, I
Yeah.
just
Okay,
checked.
that's online. That Arterial Black ain't though, because that's Guitar Hero 2, but two people I've never heard of: Crazy Canucks or Nux and Balladicina
Balladicina.
212. Balladicina. I don't know. Maybe it's Spanish. Baya de China 212. I don't know. After that, June
Guitar Hero.
22nd.
DS.
Oh.
The best game on tour, baby, released in North America.
I have it on
Guitar Hero
deck.
on tour.
I have it on
Hey.
deck. It's just right here.
Nice.
I got a fun side note for this one because Witwix and I were actually at an event together a few
Over here
days
somewhere.
before this. Right before this game came out, Witwix and I were in a Guitar Hero National Championship against each other. And they let us play on tour for the first time right before it officially released.
Cool.
So it was myself, eventual Guitar Hero National Champion Schmeggery, and a guy by the name of Extraordinary, and it was the three of us as the
I remember
Extraordinary.
that
finalists.
name. I remember that name.
Yeah.
Extraordinary. And we're all playing with DSs in our hand for the first time. They handed to us. I swear to God, they had a different they had an aux cord into one of the DSs, and they made us all sync up to play off of one person's sound.
Oh no.
What the
They-
fuck?
This is in a national tournament right
That's
before On Tour
awful.
dropped. Bro, I'm
that's
not even
bad,
joking.
dude.
No.
They straight
That's
up plugged an
hilarious.
aux cord into one of the DSs and said, "Okay, everybody, 3, 2, 1, go."
Oh, that's so yucky.
Probably didn't work out well at all either.
Schmeggery ended up having to restart mid-song, and he got disqualified because he was so out of sync.
Oh,
no.
man.
Side note.
Most competent tournament.
And that's
Guitar
probably
Hero
also
on tour.
that's probably
Good
also
job,
the
TOs.
most interesting thing about Guitar Hero on tour.
I guess maybe the more interesting thing is whoever got the first ever easy and medium full
User
games
underscore
FC by user-
2003041, and then the numbers are
Mystery.
repeated again.
This had to have been somebody else that like it fucked up the linking to it.
Yeah,
I
it
hope
did,
it is.
There's no way.
Maybe it's not. Maybe
It
something
doesn't
got
even
banned or
link to
something.
anything. I don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Whoever you are, congrats on being the first to FC the
Congrats,
lower
user.
difficulties on a brand new 4-fret system. Good job.
Yeah,
Proud of you, buddy.
I'm so sorry you had to do that. Aerosmith comes out 2 days
Yeah.
after the medium setlist FC of the DS game.
Yeah, 1 week after the
And,
other Guitar Hero game came out.
Yeah.
This is when we
And
start seeing more games dropping.
is it? Yeah, game gets full game FC'd on hard by a Piso.
Day 1.
Day one.
Piso.
Cool. Mercy FC. That's the
Day
that's
one.
the Joe that's the Joe Perry like solo
Yeah,
song, right?
that's the Joe Perry
Yep.
solo
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
I think Mercy was a better track because the talk like my kind of woman. Fuck that song. That shit was
Shaking
boring
my
as hell.
cage, shaking my cage.
Shaking my
Shaking my
cage.
cage. There were some fun songs in that game. It's just not my favorite.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's
You
fair.
You know,
That's
like
fair to say.
it's cool that Aerosmith got it and it outsold everything in their discography.
They
Good
did
for them.
fantastic.
They
They made
cashed
out
in
real good.
super quick. They cashed in super quick. They knew they were a legendary band and they loved Guitar Hero, and so they're the ones who came out with the W, not the fans. Oh, look at that
Yeah.
money! Hey,
One small note about Aerosmith. I didn't know about this game till my fucking dad told me about it because he saw it on CNBC.
Ooh.
That they're gonna be making a new
Nice.
Guitar Hero game with Aerosmith. I'm like, oh, cool. Who's Aerosmith?
Yeah. My
See,
reaction
This
as
was
well.
probably like in February or whatever before the game came out. Actually, and this is for me personally. That was my first Guitar Hero game on a next gen console back in the day when I got
wow.
a PS3. Before that, I was playing on a PS2.
PS3 though. That's
I
kind
had-
of
I
a,
had
that's kind of a
that
W if
PS3
you're
Les
coming
Paul.
from PS2. You can get the
Such
tack.
an L with that. Yeah,
I was gonna say you get the tack adapter, bro, and you get to use
I
your
had that.
SGs on PS3.
I didn't get that for a while though. I had to suffer with those PS3 Les Paul. God, they were so bad. If you're using
Yeah.
one of those today, stop. I beg you, please stop using a PS3 Les Paul.
They're the
Get
worst
something
guitar.
better.
They
the
are
worst
the
official
worst
first
guitar.
party guitar.
They are.
Get rid
But
of that thing.
Moose,
Sell
they're
it on eBay for
$380 on Amazon,
the
and I can't
receiver.
find
Sell
any
it.
of them.
Sell it. Buy a better guitar. Okay.
Hey,
anyway.
But
Guys-
I can't find them anywhere.
Guys, I noted the
Yes, you
Stoyo
can,
guitar
idiot.
is on the bad guitar list, but I'm gonna buy it.
How
Don't
much is
do
one?
it.
Is there a Les Paul for PS4?
Yes, there is. It's on the PS3. Don't buy it. Stay away. Go. Buy some. Anything else. Anything else. But
All right,
that
I
is
just
so
bought
bad.
one for $500 from Amazon. Should I cancel?
Oh,
my
I
order?
broke. They just told me it broke. Shit.
Yeah. They
Anyway.
said they
Can
don't
you tell
take
me where to get a
refunds.
real good guitar, bro? Can you tell?
Yeah, eBay.com, and you gotta look. You know what you're looking for. Okay, don't buy anything
gotta know what
fucking
you're looking
PS3
for,
unless it's a
for
Guitar
sure.
Hero 5 guitar.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
June
anger
30th,
over. Trooper
June
Co-op
30th, first
FC.
ever
Meetup
Trooper
time.
Co-op FC.
Meetup
Meetup.
time. The Trooper Co-op FC. That's fucking cool as shit.
F4
I
Phantom
love
and
that.
Blob. They got the Trooper
F4
and
Phantom
Bad
and Blob.
Reputation same day.
Oh, we've got
Nice. Oh, this is
we've
capture
got
card quality. This looks
Yeah.
good. What are they using? A game bridge, bro?
It's got to be a game bridge, man.
It's got to be a
Classic.
game bridge, man.
Oh,
The
You
that
can,
Bad
classic-
tell. You
Reputation.
can tell when it's Dazzle quality, and you can tell when it's
Yeah.
Game Bridge quality.
Dude,
all
if
right.
you-
That Bad
if click-
Reputation link was on Ustream.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you click on the link, it
gone.
takes you to a non-existent UStream link, which
Oh, man.
sucks.
Yes, that's gone.
But it's okay.
See ya.
Rest in
Dope
peace,
co-op
Easter.
FCs. We love a local co-op FC. Train kept it rolling. Bye. You cog monkey.
You
Here's
cog
George. George is
It's
here.
George, baby.
Day
It's
2,
George.
second day
He's
the game was
finally
out,
here.
and he was the first person to full game FC the game. Day 2.
We could make
Day
like
2.
20 episodes about George. It's nuts. Like
We could. Yeah, we absolutely
Honestly,
could.
Yeah, legend in the GH space, and hey, as we just mentioned earlier, the first ever world champion for Guitar Hero when there was giant tournaments for it.
first ever world champion, and I would say he was definitively the best Rock Band 2 player for a while.
Oh
Fucking
he was destroying shit
absolutely,
for a
man.
while.
Like,
Yeah, like he
Yeah.
was like doing shit that nobody could even remotely comprehend. And he was on PAL, which was a big benefit for him because he could FC the
Huge.
Strummy Boys. You know?
Sure.
and he was good
Yeah.
enough to, which made all the difference. Not even just being on PAL, he was good enough.
Right.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one
You
thing
still,
to just be
you,
on
you
PAL,
still
but you
need
have
to be
be
good. Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to be
Still had
good.
to be good.
Yeah.
All
Right.
Right.
We
Yeah.
got more
after that-
co-op FCs.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. That's his first entry in here.
Yeah.
we
Fucking
got a
train
little-
kept it rolling.
After that, we got a little 4th of July Jessica Co-op FC by Hell Ashes and Diho. And then the
little
day
bit
after
of a
July
meetup
5th,
weekend because they
Oh, yeah.
knocked
Meetup
out
weekend.
Jessica and Laid to Rest in the same
Yep.
meetup, which is fucking awesome. Let's go. And a couple days after that, The Way It Ends gets co-op FC'd by none other than JLC and King of Terrors.
Yeah, I
King of
remember.
Terror!
Sounds like a
Terrors,
deadly
yeah.
fucking combo
Remember
for
that?
back then,
Yeah.
dude. Seriously, that's awesome.
Yeah, new co-op streak record of 4,035. Over 4,000 no
4,035.
streak.
This is what we cared about note streaks.
Yeah.
It's so weird to see, man. Like, because we don't pay attention to that anymore. We really don't.
Nah.
Oh, you didn't get the FC? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We were all about FCs back then, man.
Yeah, that's what everybody really cared about, right? And scores was really pretty secondary as well.
Yeah. Just collectively like going for songs in like a game as soon as it came out, you know, how many total FCs there were, everybody contributing to the website. Because after all, this is the Scorehero
Yeah.
Guitar Hero accomplishment.
So it
timeline.
was all about like building. It was like building blocks on the website and showing new players like, hey, look, this is possible. Like, you can do this if you
Yep.
want to, and people took that up, and that's why more people start showing up the further you go down this list,
Yeah.
because people start seeing what's happening, and you kind of get the idea of like, well, I bet I could do this, and some of them do. Some of them do.
It's
do
legit it's inspiration. Like, I mean, that's how I got into it with Wolf, right?
Yeah.
Like, literally, I'm not the only one. People were just sucked into this community by the passion that everyone was exuding for the games. It's just really freaking cool.
it. Yeah.
And speaking of, let's keep on going because this next one is a big
Yes,
boy.
big FC.
Ooh.
Baseball Kid is a name I haven't thought about in a while, but damn, they're legendary. Hitting the first ever Detonation FC. Which,
Sure, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
if you've
Two
never
really fucked
played it,
sections.
hey, everyone thinks of Jordan as like the GH2 song, but
This was the
um,
GH2 DLC song.
Yeah. This was it. There
Hardest
was
one
nothing
by
more
far.
difficult than this.
And this is my first time ever hearing about Trivium, and so like this is an awesome song.
Yeah,
But
Trivium
man,
Trivium
this
having one of the hardest songs in early Guitar Hero.
Yeah,
Trivium.
something that a lot of people don't realize because it was DLC, and this was back when like DLC was not that big at this point. I would say it really took off in like
It was still pretty
2009.
nothing.
You know?
No, I want to say no. It definitely took off the year 2008 because Rock Band 1 was already out, and so
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
you know,
the Rock
so
Band
there's
DLC,
already good
like-
shit that was dropping.
But
Like Avenged 7 full
Yeah.
pack was already out at this point.
I guess
Guitar Hero
everyone
3
meant, like
DLC was peak. Guitar Hero
Yeah.
2
It was
DLC
pretty
was
good.
it was
Yeah.
cool that it was a
It was a
thing, but
rough
then Guitar
start.
Hero
It was a
World Tour
rough
came
start.
out and it's just like, nobody cares about this
yeah,
shit.
people didn't
There were
really
very few.
people didn't really care about the GH2 stuff because GH3 was already out. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah,
Guitar Hero 3
Detonation-
DLC, Guitar Hero 2 DLC was all unique, except for I think there was maybe 2 packs that came out
GH1
after Guitar Hero
packs.
3 came out. No, the GH1 packs came out right away. It was
Okay.
It was probably Activision pushing.
it was the
pushing them to do
it was
that
the
shit.
I forget what it was called. There were 2 packs. I got to look this up real quick. It
Well,
was
what was
the one
the-
that had
what
like
was
the
the
one
Atreyu
Dropkick
pack?
Murphys song. Yeah, the one that had that was the same
X's
one that
and
had
O's?
X's
You
and
know what's
O's,
interesting?
Detonation, and
There was a
It was
there's a
Protest the Hero.
GH2.
Yeah.
Protest.
the Hero.
Yeah, Bury the Hatchet, right?
Bury the Hatchet,
Bury
great
the
song.
Hatchet.
Yeah,
Bury
Great
the
song,
Hatchet,
yeah.
good track.
That was my
Protest
first
I
track I
exposure
ever
to
listened
Protest as well.
Yep.
Same.
Dude, I was gonna say the GH2 DLC is very interesting because there was still one pack that they released after Rock Band 1 came out, and it was the second indie pack, I think.
Yes, yeah, I was looking it up. It was the one that had Dropkick Murphys in it. It was the State of Massachusetts, You Should Be Ashamed
Yep.
of Myself, and Memories of the Grove. That came out November
Yeah.
29th,
Wow.
2007.
And I didn't
That's
play
so
that until
fucked.
like a year ago.
wow.
Really?
More than a year ago. I know. I never bought that shit because my money was already into Rock Band. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
fair
get
point. Yeah,
DLC.
'cause that's so fucking weird. Rock Band 1's out, and they're releasing Guitar Hero 2 DLC.
It was probably
those
contractual,
occupy such
dude.
different parts in my brain. It's bizarre.
That's wild.
Yeah, Rock Band 1 got DLC, and then Guitar Hero 2 still got some DLC afterward.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Dude,
so
I'm
weird.
like,
Anyways,
I'm looking through this and like Danny starts to Danny starts to fuck things up like soon.
Yeah. So, let's keep moving here.
Yeah, we'll keep
first,
moving.
Guitar Hero 80s Expert Setlist FC by Strike Bowler 585. So that's the first full game FC by one person. He was the first person to
Pretty
FC
nuts.
Ballroom Blitz.
Pretty
So we
nuts.
got everything else done as well. Right after that, same day, a consequence of the 80s full game FC. Strike Bowler 525. Jesus, Strike Bowler 585. I can't speak. Somebody else do it. I'm flustered. Somebody else say it. I've been
Strike
speaking
Bowler
for too long.
585
I gotta drink
is
water.
the first 2FC expert set list in 2 games. So he has GH1
Thank
and
you.
GH80s. Pretty Chad
What
moves
the
right
fucking?
here.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say that's some huge ass like.
Flexing.
Yeah.
That's a big
Like
flex.
nobody
GH1
else
80s?
has that. He's the only one, you know?
He will be the
doesn't-
only one to be the first to FC
Yeah.
GH1 and GH80.
That never
on
goes
Xbox.
away.
He didn't even have GH Aerosmith included in there, so he has 2
Nope.
Chad games. And
Yeah.
not the Weenie Hut
Not the
Juniors
easy
game in there.
games.
No.
Yeah, it could have been the first
Yeah,
FC.
so
It
guitar-
would have been
and
the
then-
first do 3 as well then.
Yeah.
If you
So
got Aerosmith after that as well.
yeah, what was it? GH
Oh.
Aerosmith Expert Co-op Full Game FC. This is the first time we've ever seen a co-op Full Game FC
By Danny
Um,
and his
Coming
brother.
up.
by Danny and
Danny
Scotty.
and Scotty.
That's
They're-
wild.
We're coming up
actually.
to one of my favorite things on this whole list in a few. I'm so excited about this.
Hell yeah.
All right. So we just got some co-op FCs from Danny and his brother. First ever For the Love of God FC from Witwix with an hour later,
Yeah.
within the hour, UCAW getting the second ever.
That's insane.
Very close.
That's
Pretty
so
damn
funny.
cool, man.
That's
pretty
that's
cool.
fucking crazy.
That's
This
It's
started
just
happening.
tiny.
Stuff like this started happening more often too around this era.
Did the
as well.
Virtuoso pack? When did the Virtuoso pack come out?
I'm looking that up right now, and
it
it,
might
looks
have-
like
it must
that
have
was
been
released
the same week, probably,
Um,
right?
July 24th. Is that the same day?
Yeah.
It took him a couple hours. Took him a couple
Yeah, it took
hours.
a couple of hours.
They were playing it all day, going for FCs, and it seems like the only
Skills
one that they were able to get
rising.
was For the Love of God first.
Because
Yeah.
the other two
Soothsayer,
were no
Soothsayer
laughing.
and Surfing were fucking hard as shit.
No laughing matter, man.
No laughing matter. Soothsayer is fucked up. Same with Surfing. But yeah, that's awesome. Both within an hour of each other. 2 For the Love of God FCs, basically on the night of release. So, I'm willing to bet that it was night of. So,
Yeah.
Probably.
after that, first to 8.9 million total score on GH80s by Monkey Man 154678.
Pretty impressive.
Because
I
that's
don't
all
really
4
even know-
careers. You know, that's easy, medium,
Is
hard,
that all
expert.
4 careers?
Yeah, it must
Yeah.
be.
No. That's just expert.
That's
expert
gotta
be
right
just-
now.
No way. Really?
I don't know. I don't even know who
There's
Monkey
not that many
Man
songs
is,
in the game, dude.
but it is right now. Yeah, Guitar 80s right now. The total score for the community is 8,922,302. So
Interesting.
Wow.
only 22,000 more points is the community level above Monkey Man here, which is crazy
Wow.
because I don't know that name.
Yeah,
Did he
Wow.
go by something else? Like
maybe. He
no,
shows
that's
up.
right here.
He
Monkey,
shows
Monkey
up again
Man
later.
154,678. All the scores are still there.
Huh.
His current score is 8,907.
Ooh.
So
Wow.
This
Damn.
this next
Interesting.
one on the list
Oh,
is, I
shit.
think, potentially one of the most interesting things on this entire list.
Yes.
So,
Because when was the Through the Fire and Flames FC? Let's see, how
That
long
was
ago was
It
it?
was
June
like a month ago,
3rd.
nearly.
June 3rd.
So June 3rd, this is now July 26th, a month and a half later.
no, July 30th.
Or,
Oh, no,
sorry,
July 31st,
July
July 31st.
July 31st. I was reading the last line. July 31st. First ever Through the Fire and Flames FC on hard.
Yeah,
It
Expert
took a
was
month
done
and a half
first.
more.
First on expert. That's so fucking crazy. It makes
So-
no
It
took a
sense.
month and a half
J-
more.
Nobody. It's just that nobody
There-
cared. That wasn't the
no,
objective.
Nobody cared.
one,
It was
nobody
expert.
cared. 2, it is a very interesting hard chart. It's just you think about like what a nerfed version of Expert looks like, and like Through the Fire and Flames on hard on Guitar Hero 3 is just
It's bizarre.
it's
Odd.
bizarre. It is
Yeah,
bizarre because
It's
like
not what you'd expect if you've never seen it.
yeah, I guess like a good example is that in the solo for the Through the Fire and Flames hard chart, it's like you're doing strums on the beat while still soloing with your left hand. So you can't just like freely, do a solo. You still have to focus on like strumming in time, and some of those are like really offbeat too.
It's as if they
because-
just removed every fourth note or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
there
whole
you
bunch
go.
of-
That's the
Yeah.
best way to
It's
put
a
it.
weird reduction. You are right about that.
Yeah.
And I remember in the description of the JLC Flames hard chart, he did this with a bee sting on his middle finger.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's so right. I forgot
And he's
about
just
that.
like, shit hurt like a bitch or something. He's like, yeah, I did this with a bee sting on my hand, and it's like, yeah, ugh, God.
Is the
I
hard
guess-
chart? Is it the hard chart that goes out of sync, or is that medium or easy? There's
It's
one of
ve-
them that's
I don't know.
It's charted incorrectly.
one of them. I think it's the hard chart that goes out of sync in Herman's solo.
It's not even Herman solo. It's not even part of the solo.
Is it
It's
not
like,
Herman's solo?
It's the part right after synth. It's like that part goes out of sync. I think it might be medium.
Yeah.
Like they mischarted it.
Good
Couple
job,
days
Chris
after
Vance.
that, speaking of hard charts, Undead Phil takes full game FC on GH3 on hard, which
Very
is
nice.
pretty
Season of
huge.
Fire and Flames, of course. Yes,
Very,
first
very
ever
nice.
Fire and
GH3
Flames.
hard full game FC.
Only 2 days after
Only 2 days
JLC gets
after.
it. You
And,
probably saw
this
it and was
motherfucker's
like,
on
oh, I
beat.
might as well do it, you know?
Oh yeah, kind of forgot about hard. Yeah, might as well just do that. I'll
Yeah.
get it done. And then Monkey Man, the
Oh, wow.
the guy who got the 8.9 million on GH80s a few weeks prior has the first ever GH80s
Dude,
full game
I
FC.
mean, look, like, that's still not easy. Like, I mean, you obviously have Ballroom Blitz, and because it's midnight, but
Oh, so he
They-
did
like-
every difficulty FC'd.
yeah.
So if you claim to a full game FC'd something, I hope you got it on easy,
Yeah.
medium, and hard.
Well, I'm
Like,
a
Jake?
fraud then.
His YouTube
Jake?
channel still exists.
I'm a
Huh?
fraud. I'm a fraud. How about you? You have a full series FC too, Buster. Why don't you go bust out those easy, medium, hards, baby?
He's still got.
Oh, where'd he
13
go?
subs
Where'd he
on
go?
YouTube.
Oh,
Oh,
is he a coward? He doesn't want to play all the difficulties, pussy.
Hey, you know, hey,
Pussy?
that's free content, bro. Oh, let's go. Let's go.
A day in
That's
the
for
life
content.
of Monkey
Shoo,
Man.
honk shoe, me. That's what your viewers gonna be doing. A lot of honk shoes.
Dude,
Yo.
Jason, are you
Weird
seeing
score.
the day in the life
Score.
video? Like, he's sitting in one of those rolling gaming chairs on the
I
floor.
see it. I see it. I also see his 80s career scroll here on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Damn.
So we've
13
got it for
subs.
Full Game FC.
13
I mean,
subs.
Dude, even like
Shout out to Monkey Man.
FC
Shout out to
7,
shout out to
like
Monkey Man,
17
bro.
and Play With Me, like, those are still difficult songs, you know?
That's
like,
sick. That's
Sure.
sick.
it's
On
a
console,
it's
yeah.
a shorter game, yes, but it's still no easy full game FC. So good job, Monkey Man. Let us know you're still alive by commenting on the video.
Yeah, if you're watching, and I know you are if you're alive, let us know. Let us know.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment.
Fucking, oh my god, dude. Okay. We were just
Oh,
talking about
boy.
the Virtuoso pack.
Oh boy,
and this is where
Back to it.
Guitar Hero Phenom Danny
Shit gets
comes
real.
through with. This is how I first found out about Danny. Is he got first ever Soothsayer FC. So this is
Yes.
August 7, 2008. Soothsayer FC, which is probably lost to time. I don't know if it still exists. Is
It was
still
probably
YouTube?
on
Just-
It was probably on Machinima.
either on Machinima or it was like on his
so many of
old
his
channel
old
that
videos
got.
deleted.
was-
Yeah,
It was his
Danny.
old channel that got copyright striked.
Danny told me that like the majority of his content, like he confirmed, like a lot of it was on Machinima and it's lost.
That sucks so
Wow.
much.
Yeah.
But yeah, Soothsayer,
Little,
and also he would play without hyperspeed, so it was like kind of the
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
A huge Chad
and,
move
and
right
the
there.
most impressive gameplay at like a very standard
Yeah.
viewing that you could get. You know, no hyperspeed.
Yeah,
Well,
from a
you know, I
visual
think that-
standpoint, everything looks so much faster and condensed. It looks
So much
harder than
harder.
it actually is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and
this
then
is a
Soothsayer,
really-
Soothsayer was fucking disgusting. Yeah,
This is such a wild time because I don't think that, like, this is context. A lot of people didn't know who Danny was at all when this
He
was
just came
happening.
out of nowhere.
Like, he's
he just came out of
Still
nowhere,
an
man.
up-and-comer.
the first time I really remember hearing about him, I started hearing people say, "Oh, you hear about that guy named Dan from Texas?" And I had
Yes.
just lost a national championship to another player from Texas named Dan the Man, and I thought that's who they were talking about, another old school player. But
Oh, yeah,
then
Dan the Man,
there's
yep.
like Dan the Man. And it's like, oh, this Dan was just at a basketball game and he played Guitar Hero in front of everybody. He played Through the Fire and Flames and nailed it in front of the whole stadium. It ended up being Danny Johnson.
Yep.
And that was right before this Virtuoso pack. It's just absolutely
like,
wild
what
to
a-
see how
what
much
a-
he took off.
what a terrifying thing to hear, by the way. like Danny was scary. Like he was like I think one of the first
Yes.
players that people were genuinely afraid of because he,
Yes.
He's super duper fucking ahead of his time
He
on console
improved,
and on
like,
PC.
he
and on
improved
PC.
unrealistically quick. Like
Yeah, it was like
unrealistic.
robotic.
Yeah. And a lot of
Yes,
people used to
human.
comment that, be like, "Dude's a robot. Like he has a bionic arm." Like people said this shit back then. Like some of them probably believed it too.
There's a
Like,
really funny video that Smokey Prog had on his channel at some point.
Oh my god.
And it was called Same Reaction. And then he,
that's a
it was,
good one.
do you remember that?
oh no.
Oh, God, what was that fucking song? Heroes of War. So
Yes,
he F's
dude.
at the end of the song. He FC's Heroes of War. He at the very end of the song, he hits the last note FC, and he goes, "Yeah!" And he gets up. But then he
Yes.
finds out that he didn't record the gameplay, and he didn't want to do the 2 different run shit. So he re-FC's it and does the exact same reaction, probably unintentionally, maybe intentionally. I don't know. But it was like, Smokey Prog, he uploaded these like 2 different runs, and then he both goes, "Yeah!" at the same time, and it's really jarring. So funny.
Oh, we love
Because
it.
I
We love
remember
you,
Danny included that second reaction that first reaction in the video because he that's where he said he didn't realize he wasn't recording the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that
Oh.
shit's funny.
God.
So
And then-
yeah, it's 6 days afterward, not
yeah,
even
you
a
get
full
surfing with
week.
the alien.
Surfing with the
Yeah.
alien,
And
that's
so
where,
let's think about this really quick. He butterfly tapped it 100%, right? Like he did this.
no, bro.
What did
he
he do?
vibroed. He
He
vibroed.
vibroed?
He vibrated.
He vibroed.
No
I
shot,
remember this
dude.
shit
No
because he would
shot.
Swear.
he was playing like this.
Oh my god. Danny invented
That doesn't
modern
make any fucking
methods, I'm
sense. I hate
convinced.
that.
He did vibro. He also did that on Satch Boogie. Like, I don't get it.
On
I don't
tap
get it.
notes?
Yeah, on tap notes.
What?
He probably did accurate vibro.
Well,
That's
I don't get it.
He's the only player I could ever actually see him like doing that. So I'm
You
not.
are lying, sir.
Yeah.
You are a liar. He
Oh.
butterflied.
He
Did he actually butterfly?
Hey, let's go.
Actually, I lied. I lied. I
Thank
lied
fu-
too. Well, he vibroed half of it. He started out doing alt tapping, and then once after the blue's gone, then he vibroed.
Oh my god, the gamer.
So it
What?
was a hybrid method. It's a hybrid.
No, that's
method.
even worse.
It's a hybrid method.
That's so fucked. Wait, I have to see this.
Alright, wait.
Shout out to Guitar Hero Phenom 7 for archiving this. This is probably him. This is
Wait.
why I
Probably him.
archive videos, but alt
So
taps,
he,
and then
so
as
he
soon as the
starts
yellow
out
comes in,
all
he
tapping
vibros.
it. What?
Yeah, then he goes to
That
vibro.
makes
He
no
does.
sense. That's so cracked.
Dude, it's just funny because
did that.
the video quality combined with the FPS, like you can barely
Oh,
tell
yeah,
his
so
hand is actually
his hand's not
moving.
even moving. It's just right there.
It
He's just
doesn't.
hitting the notes.
He looks like a death metal drummer. You know how they just look like with their sticks that they're not. They're just touching
they're-
something and it's just.
God, this
That's-
like that.
that's it.
This reminds me about how like Danny used to. Danny preferred like playing without a faceplate on too.
I know that fucks me
Yeah.
up. I hate that.
Yeah, I hate it too.
I can't do it. My thumb gets stuck
He
where the-
preferred it.
with
Like he
the
always had it
Little
off.
ridge.
And also
Yeah.
whamming with his pinky by
Yeah,
grabbing
dude.
the whammy
Which
bar.
is weird.
Oh my
Very unique
God.
player. And the way he hits the notes is like he just like slaps his fingers down.
And like he's like holding the guitar so proper too, like, but you know what that is, like he was trained for tournaments, like that's why he does a lot of the things that he does, because he was very much in like, I need to be able to succeed in the tournament at all times, and I need to do things the hard way.
Yeah.
You know?
he was
And then
bred
he
for
never did them.
competition.
Yeah.
And he never did them.
He never did them.
The only tournament I ever know of him competing in, he lost, and then he never did them.
Yeah,
the
but
craziest
then
thing.
I guess they just continued doing the streaming stuff because that's what ended up being successful for them.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
I
mean, and competitive never really took off. Like
Oh,
there was
God.
3 world championships,
We're-
but there's never prize money.
I'm scared. We're gonna keep talking about Danny.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
like,
just too much to talk about with him.
there's
man.
a lot. You could talk a
Yeah.
lot about Danny because he
He's
did
a
a lot.
monumental player.
He
He did a
is.
lot
All
for the
right.
community, man. And
Uh,
so, yeah,
we
that
move
being
on.
said, going back, and Undead Phil is coming through again. First ever full game FC, a Guitar Hero Aerosmith. Now, I don't know if this means all difficulties. Who
This
the
has
fuck
to be all
knows?
difficulties.
It's
It
gotta
has to
be all
because
difficulty if
George
they're
got
saying-
the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
if
don't.
it's
I don't like
full
their
game
phrasing
FC.
here.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
I don't know.
It's a little odd.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But,
congrats,
it's okay.
It's pretty cool.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Jason,
pretty cool from Undead
Jason,
Phil.
these next ones, look at this.
For the love
Oh,
of
shit.
God.
History repeats itself,
Oh,
doesn't it?
That's fucked up.
Wow.
Oh, whoa.
For the Love of God, Co-op FC by I Am Christopher Life and Armored Penguin Zero on August 17th, and then
There's
within
just
an
some
hour,
magic of.
On
your
August
boys.
17th.
your boys Guitar
There's some-
Phenom
there-
and Scotty second.
No,
for-
I will
for the
say,
Love of God, Co-op FC.
I will say for Danny and Scotty, they played on the same Xbox. So
Yeah.
like
Yes,
that
they
that was
definitely
cool.
played locally,
They
which is
absolutely
big.
played local because you know
Yeah.
they
It's
live
nice
in the
to have
same
your
house and shit.
brother.
Nice to have your brother be fucking good at the game. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, like
Oh
that's
my god,
cool.
wait. Okay, I didn't know that Chris did what's coming up. I didn't know this. I didn't know that he was first.
I did
So
not know
what?
this either.
I did not know this. So as
Oh,
soon
that's
as
fucked up. I had no
as
idea
soon
about
as the
this.
Dragon Force pack came out,
I remember this actually very, very like vividly, to be honest,
All right,
because
Dragon
Chris
Force
just
pack.
demolished this.
Dragon Force pack comes out August 21st, 2008. August
Shut
23rd,
the
2008.
fuck up.
First Heroes of Our Time FC by I Am Christopher Life. The
That's-
first song of that pack being Heroes of Our Time
Was
to
Heroes
FC?
of Our
That's
Time?
fucked up. That's
Yeah,
not the
that's-
easiest one.
That's messed up, man.
What? That's
The
like
easiest
Revolution
one-
was the last.
look,
The
listen.
easiest one is Operation Ground and Pound, which is done
Yeah.
3 days later, and then
Look,
5 days
man.
after that, Revolution Death Squad. Chris got all 3 of them.
Yeah.
I think
in a week,
Rev Death-
essentially.
Demolished.
I don't know, man. Like OGAP is like the easiest out of the Dragon Force pack. I think Heroes is probably the hardest out of the whole
It is.
fucking
I would say it's
pack.
the hardest.
It
And he
is.
got it first.
Yeah.
And he got it first.
He got
Yeah, he
that
did
shit
shit
out of the way.
backwards.
He got it out of the way.
Yeah.
Man,
So he
he
can
must have
focus
been
on
locked
easier
in
ones.
for the first 2
Locked
days,
in.
and he was like,
Yeah.
"Let's go, Heroes of our fucking time, dude." Wow,
Good job.
he
Good
killed
job,
that
Chris. God
he
damn.
killed that shit in a week.
Now, I've learned a lot through these, but I also recognize I can remember most of these accomplishments because they're pretty large. I had no fucking idea about any of this. This
No,
is
I
all
didn't
new
know. I
information to
didn't
me about
Yeah,
the Dragon Force pack
I
being
guess I
FC'd so
completely
quickly
forgot.
after release by Chris. I had no clue. I did not know this. If you would have told me that, I would have
This
been
is
like,
fun.
oh, that's
Fun
okay.
fact,
It makes
man.
sense, but I
Yeah.
didn't know that. No, that does not ring any bells to me. Where was I?
I would love to see if there's like any videos on his channel or something.
Yeah.
I just looked and can't find it.
Oh, he might have him
Wow.
on. He might have him unlisted.
Might have
Maybe.
streamed him.
Yeah.
Hey,
maybe.
so Chris demolishes these 3 Dragon Force songs, right?
And then
Because it's midnight, right afterwards,
Yeah.
4 days later, gets co-op FC'd.
By
which
Monkey
is
Man.
pretty awesome.
and
Monkey
Poop
Man.
Face
Man.
McCoy.
And everybody knows him. Poop Face McCoy, baby.
Face McCoy.
One of the most
But-
legendary players in Guitar Hero history.
Yeah,
Poop
you'll be
Face
seeing him a
McCoy.
lot more down the
Yeah.
list here. You just trust me. Everybody
In
knows.
fact,
Poop
the
Face
Face
rest
McCoy
of the
around here.
accomplishments are him. I'm just kidding. All right, anyway. It's in
I
All
don't
him.
want to scoot by Poop Face, but
Yeah.
this one is slightly important.
So,
Yes, big
first
time.
ever
Hey.
one FC
This,
by
this one,
Undead
this
Phil.
one, like actually sends chills down my spine because like
this one is
this
insane.
this game gets blown wide open, and
Because
because
OGAP.
yeah. Okay. So he was putting videos up on YouTube and he was like alt tapping one fast solo
Yeah.
A on slow or something like that. Or like I think his video was like fast solo A slow FC and hands, and it was a hands view, and so everyone clicks on it. It's like, okay, cool. But it wasn't like the one-handed method people were doing or the higher note tapping that everyone was doing. This motherfucker was alt tapping
yeah,
like this, bro. The way that we know
Really?
now. This was not
Yes.
figured out
for
until
2008.
this video.
Yeah,
Until this video, we did not
Wii.
get a good look. Yeah, this is also on Wii, and so like this dude
On
is
Wii.
doing
Wii.
this, and then like at the yellow strum, he goes down and
Duh.
strums. I'm like 90% sure it's got.
that's
it's
crazy, not elbow strumming
Yeah.
it, but I understand. And then honorable mention, J-Prez gets the second ever 1FC within 2 hours. 2 hours.
Oh, and he's still doing the old method where he's just tapping
Yeah.
the higher note.
Yeah, he's doing
just
the
better.
old method. But
just
either
better.
way, both are incredibly impressive. And again, as you're starting to see, people are starting to FC songs faster, and
Yes.
and,
Yes,
and
the
building
competition is
building
getting much
off
greater.
of each other.
Oh,
Yes.
here I linked the fast solo A slow video. There you go. I
All right,
found
cool.
it. That
Yeah,
was the
and
one. That
before
was
that,
Oh
that
my
was
God,
the
dude.
game changer right
Those
there.
stickers, that's what you find
Oh,
now.
I
Look at
remember
the
this
whole
video. I remember
gear
this video. I remember this
background.
video. Holy shit! This brings back memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, you watch this a lot, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
As I saw this, my mind was blown. I'm like,
Dude.
this dude is fucking doing that, and his roommate's even watching too. Like,
He
damn,
teleports down to the
I'm
fucking
witnessing
strum bar too.
history.
Dude, the way
That
he all taps it too, like
teleport.
his right hand looks so stiff too, right? Like
He's only using his fingers. Like he's not even throwing his hand as
No.
where you would see players now
yeah,
tapping that. They're
you,
going like this.
you use
He's
your
doing-
wrist. You
he's
use your
doing
wrist
this.
primarily.
Like this is a lot more physically demanding the way that he's doing this.
Yeah, big
And so
time.
like, and that's kind of what was needed for console. Like this video is fucking crazy. This video is fucking
Wow.
crazy. Oh yeah, here's the Fast Solo A full speed video right here. Was posted just days after.
yeah.
Just days after.
Oh my God, this
Yeah,
is
see, that's-
memories.
Yeah,
That's,
dude.
that's huge. That was like 2-ish weeks after the slow FC hands video.
Oh, dude,
Like,
he
does
even
that-
bro, he opened up his guitar and moved the buttons around too. God damn.
Yeah. No,
Look at
Oh, I
that.
didn't realize that.
Shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, you guys see the Axe body spray next to the computer?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that Toucan Sam on the bed?
Fuck it.
Yo. I love this update from Undead Phil within the last year. This the FC video for the first one, is on a different channel for a reason only a teenager at that time would understand. I was using a friend's camera, so it was only right for him that the video would end up on his channel.
Wow.
Oh my god, man. That logic.
Well, I mean, what are you
Yeah.
gonna say? What are you gonna say to that? I mean, I didn't
Yo.
record it. It's
And
not my
just-
video.
Did you guys
And
know
also-
that he has a video of Wiimote raining blood expert 5 stars?
Oh,
that's
no.
fucked up. That's so fucked.
That's fucked.
5 star, not even just a pass.
You know-
A 5
what's
star.
Yeah.
That's
That's
impressive.
crazy. Undead Phil would be the first guy to FC Visions base on NTSC
Oh my god, you're right.
Oh, really?
in
You're right.
2016 or 15. JP, you remember?
It was either
That
15 or
recently?
16.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was that recent because it was NTSC, and he was like, "I'm playing Rock Band 2 bass right now. I'm gonna figure this out." And he's just posting clips of him nailing the fucking fast part in Visions on NTSC, and so he eventually got it on Wii, and like it was fairly recent. But
That's fucked. I did not know that.
yeah,
That's crazy.
It's fucked
I would
up.
have assumed
He's
that
like the
happened
first
way
guy to
back
do
when.
it. But yeah,
That's nuts.
that's awesome. I
Yeah.
did not realize that within 2 hours, Prez got the second ever 1FC. That's
No,
fucked
I didn't
up.
know- I
That's
did not
actually
know that
so
either.
fucked
and
up.
like we still we talk, like Alec and I talked to Prez, and like the dude is so modest, and he acts like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, but like it really was. It
is.
was a
It
big
really
deal, man.
was
It still
a
is
big
it
deal.
still is a big deal. Like
To the
Yeah.
people who care, it's a big deal. It's a
he
really
pa-
fucking
he
big
paved
deal.
he helped pave the way. Like that's a role you can't replace. You know.
You really, yeah,
Yeah.
no. And for
Goddamn.
those who care, on the same day as the 1FC, honestly, okay, listen, no. These are actually some
those who
pretty
care.
huge DSFCs.
Oh wow,
Knocks
that's
me
actually
down,
fucked.
and
yeah.
I don't want to stop, bro.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! September
That's
9th?
Yeah.
What happened on September 9th, 2008?
9908, bro.
I don't want to stop.
God
as,
damn,
for
what was in
for
the
those who
water?
haven't seen it, you should look it up because it's pretty bad.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
don't
the
wanna
DS
stop.
games.
I remember
The
playing that
DS
shit
games
as
are
a
hard.
kid,
Knock
man.
Me Down is also hard too. It's very
Yeah.
strummy.
Knock me
Yeah.
down. Yeah, it's very strummy, but I don't want to stop is definitely harder.
Oh,
That,
yeah,
that solo
and
fucks me up.
apparently there's like no video of the I Don't Want to Stop FC. I don't
well,
know.
I can't blame it because it's hard to record yourself playing on a DS. You have to like prop the
I think
camera up
the
in
only
a certain
other
way where
person
the
that
DS is
had-
in front of you or whatever. And
Yeah, it was like a digital camera. Like you had to sit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you had to, it was awkward.
you had to sit,
Lord
like, you
knows
had to
DS
sit like
capture
this.
cards didn't exist.
No, they
Yeah,
did not.
because-
Pretend
Not
my
for
digital
us.
camera is my iPhone, and then like
Yeah.
you had to fucking do it like this. You had to play. Like
Yeah,
that.
and you have to be
Sucked.
far enough so that it's in focus, and
Yeah,
so
no
you don't have to
thanks,
zoom in on
man.
one screen. You gotta see both screens. Fuck that. Fuck all that.
No capture cards for the DS were like even affordable at that time
No,
either.
they
Well,
were
it's
they were
pretty-
all
pretty crazy
internal.
how quick it. Pretty crazy how quick that I Don't Want to Stop got
Yeah,
FC. It was
I
only a
had
few
no
months after
idea.
the game came out.
No idea it was
Yeah,
that quick.
I don't know. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, good job, football
But
Tom.
that's really cool. September 9th, 2008. It's kind of fucking
And that was
crazy.
also
2008 is
the community full
nasty
game
year.
FC as well.
yeah.
Point that out.
Oh hell yeah, nice
was quick.
community full game. How many months? 3 months? Just
Mm,
no.
yeah,
Was it 3 months?
Just under 3 months,
Nice.
actually. Just under 3.
Nice, just under 3 months for community full game FC. That's awesome. Danny is back for the next two achievements here. Gets All Nightmare Long, and then in the same fucking day gets the rest of the Death Magnetic songs.
I
Which
guess
is
I
really
guess All That
cool
Night Long is the
and
only
awesome.
notable one. He probably got all the rest of them the day before,
I
think-
but then All That Night
I
Long
wanna
was
say
the last one. So it's like
title
oh,
track,
full
you know?
album FC.
Maybe All Nightmare
Um,
Long is the longest note streak, and that's why they put that in there. I might
There
be
was a
wrong though.
legitimate
You have to.
race.
you'd
I'd
have
say
to-
it's the hardest one. No, Judas Kiss or that one.
Judas Kiss is
Judas
fucking
Kiss is probably
hard,
harder.
dude.
The
Judas Kiss is
strumming in
harder.
Judas Kiss.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember-
That one's rough.
I remember the race for this because it was myself and another player from Florida who goes by the name of Draktier. Haven't talked to him in forever, but we were both racing to try to get the first ever FC on All Nightmare Long.
Wait, dog. Wait. He was at off season.
Wait, he was?
Wait, shut up. Draktier was?
Yes,
I thought that sounded familiar. Like I heard that name recently.
Dude.
Was he competing?
He was competing. Yeah.
I
Joe,
thought that sounded familiar.
my
I
buddy
thought it sounded
Joe,
familiar.
literally, that's
yeah, 'cause
like
he came
my
up to me. He was
boy
like,
from
"Bro, I've
Florida.
been following. I've been around since like I've known Jason. Like I've been following like since the days like 2007, 2006." And I was like, "Dude, that's fucking awesome." Yeah, JP. Like he was definitely there, right? Dude,
Jack Tier, Joe.
Did he have?
That's
Was he under
wild.
a different name?
No, I want to say that was. Oh, man, okay, hold on.
I'm
literally-
going to the start.gg page right now.
Yeah, I was going to the
That's-
brackets as well.
Go to the
look through it.
brackets. Or
By the
else-
way,
yeah.
You're about to
GH3 is
blow my
still in
mind.
progress for some reason.
I don't
yeah, it
know.
is.
I don't know anything. I didn't do anything with this, bro. They just asked me to stream it.
Bro, like legitimately, I'm texting him like tomorrow if that's the case.
Hold
like,
on,
history.
dude, I'm like 90% sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah, we
how
were
to
in
do
the
that.
race for first ever FC for All Nightmare Long back then, and Danny just came in like I think Drac and I had both like -3s, -4s.
Found it. He's
and
there. He was there
Is
off
he?
season.
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
Drac Tier. It was spelled just how I thought. DRAKTYR.
AKTYR.
yeah. I
Yeah.
swear, 'cause I was like, he said his name was Drac.
Oh, you're
Tier,
right.
and I
You're
was
right.
like,
You're right. There he is.
Oh,
Joe. I'm not gonna
yeah.
say his last name.
Yeah,
He-
no.
Joe O.
Joe O.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually got
That's
blessed in
fucking
this bracket
awesome.
that he went through because the first guy was DQ'd, second guy was DQ'd.
There's a lot of
And
DQs, but
and
you
then
know,
he went
it's-
up
it was out
against
of our
fucking
control.
Finger Quick. That was the
No!
first one he played in this
No!
bracket.
Oh, no! I need you guys to know, like Drac Tier, it was him and I were the two top like players at the time competitive
fucking
in
sick.
Florida.
That's
It
fucking
was
awesome.
always
That's
he was
fucking sick.
always
I
the
love
guy
that.
who was in the finals with me. Like when
Nice.
there was a Guitar Hero Metallica tournament,
Yeah.
and the prizes were tickets to go see the show, and him and I were the finalists. We both went to the concert together.
That's so
Nice.
sick, dude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
sick.
for overall, he tied 9th with Friff and J-Neck and Nick. I don't know.
Dude,
That-
J
different
Neck's
Nick.
run was so funny.
Dude,
Bro,
he
J
did
J
not
Neck
play
got
for
way
like
further
3
than
hours.
Yeah, J Neck got way further
He
than
got
you expected.
so far just because nobody showed up, and
Yeah.
like
Same
so
with Drac,
fucking
apparently.
stupid. Yeah, no, that's what happened.
awesome.
Well, you know what
Yeah.
it was too. There were a lot of DQs because there was a crossover between the melee people and
Yeah,
Guitar Hero.
tons of Melee
and
players,
listen,
yeah.
if you're doing
Yeah.
better in one game, I don't blame you for wanting to stick with that.
Especially
you know?
for more
Yeah.
money, it was a singles
Like,
for
yeah.
25K, while Guitar Hero was
Yeah,
for
yeah.
2K.
Like-
I don't blame
I
you.
don't
You gotta
blame
go to
you at
Melee.
all.
You gotta go to Melee for that.
But-
you gotta go to
like-
Melee
like-
for that shit.
Mackie had like a loser's redemption, and he was like, I'm a grand finalist in Guitar Hero. Can you take me off the list?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, sure. Good luck."
Yeah.
Oh man.
Crazy.
But yeah, that's awesome, Jason.
Hey,
Holy
hashtag off
shit.
season 3. Make it happen, people.
Make
Let's
it happen,
get it.
please.
I'm the
Speak up.
gaming. We can do it.
Speak up. We
That's
need
so cool.
quadruple the representation next year. We need
I
Man,
to
don't
bring
man,
more
man,
I don't
people
want
to
to speak
Smash.
so early, but we could do a live Lore Hero podcast off season
Dude,
3.
I
Let's
mean,
make it
hey,
happen.
Yeah,
It-
me and
it
Hitch
should be down.
fucking we're in contact, so I'll just
Yeah.
hit him up. every
Sounds
once in a while,
fucking
you know?
good, babe.
See what's up, because it was a really good time, and I want to do that again, man.
His grandma got him
especially
a
if-
Pringles can.
I know,
I
that
saw
shit's
that. I
awesome.
saw that on Twitter.
No, but like especially going back to WSVG and Corey Dunn, if we could have
Yes,
if they
dude.
do bring us back, man, I would definitely be like, hey, let's bring this back. Your boy knows what's good.
Yeah.
All right, he did
we
this.
learned
we
a lot.
should do this.
We learned a
We-
lot.
and-
like,
yeah.
yeah.
And they actually had a dope Clone Hero setup at the off
They
season
did.
too.
Yeah,
It
shout
was
out.
like
I
it was
believe,
like it was a
yeah.
70-inch, like 120 hertz low latency TV.
Yeah.
That bitch was easily 10 grand, bro. And then they had Arduino guitars just chilling.
Yeah, the
out
guy
in
the
front.
guy running it, his name was Cole. Shoutouts to Cole, I believe. He started making guitars. So that's
That's
cool.
awesome.
So his girlfriend was the one cosplaying as Judy Nails, actually.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So that was
I saw
awesome.
that
man.
stream. That was cool.
Yeah, that whole
Yeah.
fucking experience was awesome. We
I know
gotta
it's
talk
making
about
me
it
it's making me
sometime.
like happy and
And
sad
that-
thinking about it.
I know it was only 2 months ago, man.
Yeah.
It was only 2 months
It was
ago.
only 2 days.
and it was only
Only
2
10
days. It
months
was the
to go then,
fastest 2
baby.
days of my life. Dude.
10 more months to the
Yeah.
next one.
Hell
around
yeah,
that,
no,
I guess,
you're
maybe, hopefully.
absolutely right. Okay,
I know
we
you got
sidetracked
bad
for a
FOMO.
second.
Yeah.
Um,
We're
Billa!
Okay.
Oh
My
yeah,
dude,
Billa.
Billa.
Billa, dude.
Ex-
I remember
Billa
Billa.
X.
Yeah.
He was still around up till I don't know a few years ago. I remember him posting some stuff recently.
Yeah.
But yeah, first Trogdor Rhythm Solo FC, which is fucked up.
That's fucked
That
up.
is a fucked up section, and that's
Because
the last
we were-
section that needed to be FC'd in all of
We were
Guitar
talking
Hero
about that earlier, so people
If
better
it
know how
means-
fucked up it is already.
If
If
it
not, go
means
back.
anything, even Will thinks that this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a
if
video
that
of
means
this being hit.
anything to anyone, you know Will, and
Yeah.
like how he thinks this game's pissed, but like Trogdor Rhythm is fucked up. It just is, because like you're basically gambling the chance to fucking hit the section. I don't really know how it works because I've never hit it.
Yeah, dude, this,
I don't know
this
how
dude's
it
posting
fucking
as of
works.
3 months ago, dude. He's
Oh
back.
shit!
He's playing clone on crazy Arduinos. This shit's awesome.
Testing custom Arduino controller.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
that thing looks
shit,
sick.
that's cool. He has a cool looking
That's
Les Paul.
wild.
Wait, it's a 6 fret Les Paul, bruh. It's a 6 fret. There's 6
I didn't
frets.
notice
Bro,
that.
what?
I didn't notice the 6th fret.
Did you
That's
see?
fucked up.
That's the first
That's
thing I saw.
fucked
I'm
up.
like, what?
That's
6
fucked up.
frets?
That's fucked up. Oh wait,
Why
wait.
are
The
there-
comment. The comment. Awesome. What's the 6th button for? I'm working on a simple game with 6 frets, so the 6th button will be for the extra fret.
Oh, what?
New competitor.
making a game?
New competitor.
What?
Clone Hero with 6 frets. In line.
He's making his own fucking Guitar Hero game. Probably
Nah, dude.
like right now he is. Who knows?
Dude, seeing that, like, his channel name, too, like, brings
Yeah,
me
for
yeah,
Feels Small.
feels small.
Yeah. Brings
He's
me
also
back,
a great
man.
charter. He
From
made some
Sweden.
really, really fun charts.
Yeah,
back in the
yeah,
day.
he was a charter. That's how I knew him. Yeah, he was a charter.
But I forgot he was a fucking beast at the game too.
Yeah. Hey, dude,
Um,
honestly, a lot of charters are kind of the beast at the game.
Yeah, no,
Like-
y'all know your shit. So like,
Yeah.
it works out. Like Chem or Cyclops, you know.
Jay Duran's
Yeah,
crazy.
Jay Duran, Hodor.
Yeah, it's just taking your
Miscellany.
passion to the
Yeah.
next level.
Yeah, no, straight up.
Very cool.
Um,
Alright.
speaking of charting, we're saying co-op FC.
you calling it
by
Sully?
George and Sully.
Sully
Remember
sounds
Sully?
familiar.
He was
There's-
more
there's-
Sully's a
involved with Rock Band, as
classic.
far as I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have
Greg
been another
Sullivan?
Sully, bro. I don't think his name was
No?
Sully SX.
Sully SX. Yeah, I don't know who Sully SX is.
I don't know about
there's
Sully
another Sully
SX.
with Rock Band 1. Did a lot of like co-op FCs. That's what
Yeah,
I
I
remember
believe
Sully
they were another
for.
Floridian. I think. I want to say it was another Floridian player, to be honest. I
Interesting.
think they were in Tampa. There's because I remember communicating with them at one point on Scorehero for something, and I just want to say it was like for a Florida thing,
Hmm.
but yeah, not sure.
Man, I gotta
Uh,
piss. Hold on, I gotta be right back. I know. I
Yeah,
gotta
bro,
piss,
we're okay. Yeah, we I guess we gotta hurry this up. 'Cause
We're
almost 2
we're
hours
getting
in.
close, but we're
We're
still
getting-
so
we're getting
far
close.
away. Like
We're getting close. A lot of these, yeah, I mean, a lot of these we could probably breeze through, but a lot of them I want to talk about. That's
It's
fine. This will be a
been-
long episode.
it's
I
been
got nothing
nearly
else to
2
do today.
hours.
It's fine.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost 2 hours. Small intermission here. While
It's
Alpha's
all right.
gone. We can-
People
can
like the
talk about other
podcast.
shit.
It's fine. We'll just
Yeah, so
and
if
we'll
it's-
edit. We'll do it live. We'll edit it and post. Who cares?
Yeah,
I
if
was
you
gonna
if
say,
you've made
if-
it this far, you're a real one.
Yes.
I'm not gonna edit
Absolutely.
this shit out. This is our small intermission. This is for the boys. We can all take a break.
Hell yeah.
Listeners, take a break. But
Hey.
I have a small announcement to make. We're on Spotify now. So if any of you are audio listeners, you can go listen to us on Spotify. Working on other platforms as of right now, but by the time you're watching this, maybe we are on those platforms. Don't know yet. But yeah, audio listeners, rejoice! You can watch us on Spotify now. And I know very few of the actual audio listeners will probably make it this far in the video, but there's other announcements.
It's
So
true.
no, but
Don't
But
mind
yeah.
me stretching.
yeah, little stretch break real quick.
Yo, stretch, baby, stretch. You gotta do the thing.
Get some back cracks going. This is probably bad for your back. I've been told you shouldn't do this, especially not your neck. You guys crack your neck? I crack my neck. You should not. Crack
I've
your
like
neck,
never
but I do
cracked
it.
my neck actually.
I wonder if my mic will pick it up.
I don't know, man. I personally like putting my head on the back of my chair and just like
I saw a little.
Pulling
I
and
saw little audio
cracking my
spikes on
neck
my
that way?
Audacity. Yeah, I just do a little. My Audacity spiked, so we'll see if that actually shows up in the pod. I can do my knuckles too.
The
Ooh, yeah.
pod.
Oh,
We-
there's some good ones in there.
We took your pee break as a nice little intermission break for the viewers as well. So
Great.
we all need a break.
got everybody to stretch. This is a
Yeah.
long boy tonight.
This
It's
is
a good
long
one.
boy.
It's a long boy.
Yeah.
We're like so
But-
in it
But
right now.
we're
man.
we're so
but it's-
close, and it's
We're
worth
so
it.
close
such
to
good
the end. and, Like
information.
there's so much exciting
So,
lore.
I don't
want
want to stop.
Yeah.
You might say. I don't
Yeah.
want to stop.
Good segue.
play the copyright-free
segue.
stock sound.
But that's a Seinfeld intro on bass. But
What
yeah,
the fuck
yeah.
does he do?
I don't
Alright,
want to
anyway.
stop. I don't want to stop because on December 6, 2008, the first Guitar Hero On Tour Expert Cell is Full Game FC by UC Pro Pick.
Hey, good job,
was
UC.
was done. Final FC. I don't want to stop. That's why I said it.
So
that's
I'm
the first
assuming
Full Game
that's
FC by a single person.
Yeah, single person. Because the
He
way
d-
that they worded it makes it look
Yes.
like it's
He did it because
Not
nobody
by-
else wanted to for good
nobody else
reason.
wanted to.
So thank
Exactly.
you for your service.
Yes. And then 4 days after that, October 10th, 2008, first
Some
Don't Hold Back
no-names.
Hope FC.
Some
yeah.
first namers.
I mean,
Keith
that's
40
really good for some
48
new
or
people.
That's
though.
488,
awesome.
Yeah.
Supreme God Guitar.
I say
Don't
no
hold back
namers
Supreme
in
Guitar
the
God.
context of this list.
Yeah.
Obviously,
In terms of
you know.
appearance.
Just you hold on here. they show up a little bit later. I'm going to skip the next one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to First Helicopter Co-FC by Supreme Guitar God and Keithfurt 488 on October 14th. But going back to October 10th, another cool one. First Raining Blood 7 stars by JPrez 44. And Raining Blood is a kind of a notorious 7-star because the cutoff is very close to like the optimal score. I forget the exact score you need to get, but you're going to need to actually hit a few squeezes to get this 7 stars.
It's hard.
It's quite hard.
Prez was like the
see.
god of like one-handing the song, so he
Yeah.
could basically do. Like he told me at some point, he's like, "Yeah, I could just do that. I could just FC Raining Blood on command." I'm like, "That's The fact you could say that
That's
10
nutty.
years later, or like
As of
12
right
years
now-
later, that's insane.
As of right now on Scorehero, there are only 7-star scores.
Wow.
That's crazy.
All these
today.
years later,
I've never
too.
come
this day.
close.
You need
Never.
you need somewhere between 357,000. You need 357,000, and then
7-starred on
between
Clone Hero.
47 and 87. So there's like a 40-point
That's
gap there
insane.
where you
Stop.
get that 7 stars.
Do that shit on Clone Hero, bro. It's fine.
No,
It
shut
all
up.
counts.
Don't talk to me
Same
ever
thing.
again. Don't talk
World
to me ever
record.
again. I don't want to hear
W-
it.
What
are-
about the W? What about the W, bro?
W
Flip
Riz,
that shit upside down.
Skibbity toilet, Rizzler,
Whatever you
Gyat.
fucking kids say.
I don't know, whatever the
Slide
kids.
tap, solo F, skibbity toilet.
Yeah. Anyways,
Moving on.
move past where the fuck that was. October 18th, first holiday in Cambodia co-op FC by Shining Cow 17 and Crazy Preacher.
Shiny Cow 17 sounds very familiar.
Yeah, he had a lot of videos.
I know about Shiny
cap
Cow.
card videos. I want
Yeah.
to say he was playing like Hyperspeed 5. Shiny Cow.
I
17,
can only
Guitar
play the
Hero 3.
console games of Hyperspeed 5 now, man. I can't do
Dude,
anything
I
lower. It's
can't.
weird.
I ever since Highway Length on Clone Hero, I can't.
yeah.
Dude. No, I gotta go back down to 4.
Oh yeah, I was
But-
wrong. I was thinking of a different guy. He was playing at normal speed. 5 is pretty
Okay.
quick for back in the day, but nowadays I play in 5. Anyways, moving on from the
Shout out
holiday
to
in
Keith
Cambodia.
for once again taking down the
Yeah.
worst song in Guitar Hero 3.
I
Down and
damn.
Dirty.
Damn.
Down and
He-
dirty.
don't know
Dirty.
why their
Supreme
user
Guitar
tags are so
God.
messed up here, but it's weird.
I don't know, they
It
broke
happens
it.
a few times. That actually happens a lot. Like
Yeah,
no,
down the rest of the
literally
list pretty
all
much.
of them are like that now. All of them.
Yeah, the rest of the list, they broke
It's
it.
age.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been
Give it a
been a
break.
while.
These servers have been running Score Hero for damn near 20 years. Give them a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can make a
Yeah,
few
true,
mistakes.
true.
It's okay to make mistakes. Don't never forget that. Okay,
Oh,
so
wow.
this
Same
is
day.
fucked up. Same day as the first ever Down and Dirty Co-op FC, the notoriously hard Down and Dirty, Raining Blood gets Co-op FC'd as well. That was a joke. That song's easy as shit. And the comparing Down and Dirty and Raining Blood being done on that same day, first ever, that's fucked up. It doesn't make any sense. JPrez
It's
44
wild.
and JLC did that one.
They
That-
should have
Yeah.
put honorable mention.
Yeah.
Raining Blood got FC today too on co-op.
J Prez,
just hours
when I had mentioned to Jaden that we were going over this list, I was like, yeah, you appear on this a lot, and like he was like, oh, they probably just talk about the co-op Raining Blood FC and that's it. I was like, no, dude, like you're on this a lot, like you don't know that, you don't know.
Yeah, like
You know?
about like
Shut
the
up if you touch it
the one shit in the Raining
Yeah.
Blood 7-star. Like that's fucking crazy. I've been getting him deep into
Final-
Rock Band 3 Deluxe, so
Yeah,
it's
good,
fun like
good.
seeing him get excited. You know, like playing these games and getting it all set up and shit too. So
Here we go with
That's
the
the
last
boy.
major major
GH3.
accomplishment before
Yeah.
World Tour was released.
Actually, it's so
God
cool that this was
damn.
done like days before World Tour,
Yeah,
the first
yeah.
ever GH3 Expert Full Game FC by Baseball Kid 7.
Good job,
that's
baseball
insane,
kid.
man.
You did good.
Man,
And Baseball
there's
Kid
only
is
two-
legendary too.
Yeah.
2 Flames FCs in 2008.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're right.
That's kind of crazy.
Well, who
It's
says
within-
that's the second one?
Yeah.
Oh, is this not
just
the
the-
second one?
Who maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. It doesn't say
I
that.
believe it was.
I
he's
want to
the-
say
it
that
was.
it was because there was
He's definitely
nobody
the first
else.
one to FC1 as well as through the Fire and Flames. You're probably right, but I don't want to make that.
No, I get that, I get
assertion.
Yeah, I'm like so close to thinking that it might, but I don't know if like Strike Bowler or fucking Oddballs Frank. I have no idea
Yeah.
if they were playing that early on or destroying GH3 that early on. So
See,
yeah, I guess
it
I don't
wasn't.
know.
It wasn't Guitar.
Who was
Phenom.
second ever? Oh,
Guitar
Spear.
Phenom got it October
Oh.
1st.
Yeah,
Stupid.
that
I'm
you
dumb
know
as
what?
shit. Of course, dude. We're talking all up about Guitar Hero, and I'm like, yeah, where's his Flames FC? I
Yeah,
should've said
who else? Who else would have done this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
God, who else? I don't know what I pissed out, bro. I don't know, my memory.
Well,
Yeah, you're right. It was
We-
Chris, and then
Yeah.
Chris,
then
Danny,
and then
Baseball Kid. So
Kid.
3 FCs
So
in
third,
2008.
close
It's
enough.
still fucked up.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then
Still
only
really
a few days
fucked up.
later, World Tour comes out, and World Tour was a mixed bag, I would say.
It was a game.
When it came out. It was a
Like,
game of all time.
Yeah, when it came out, people were seeing how cool Rock Band 2 was because
So
by
they
the time
capitalized on that.
well no
but-
because like yeah exactly, so Rock Band 2 came out in late September, so
September
it was
14th, I want to say.
oh okay yeah September 14th, so yeah because I
For
remember I had to wait
Xbox 360.
Xbox
Yes.
360 because they sucked off Microsoft for a
They
little
did.
bit to get an
Yeah,
exclusivity.
they had a month of exclusivity.
Um,
PS3. I had to wait because I was on PS3. I had to
Yeah.
wait for a month to October
and you were
to get
probably
that.
watching YouTube videos regretting
I
every
was
moment.
jealous as shit. I was jealous as shit. I was never happy with my PS3. I always wanted an Xbox 360, but mom wouldn't get it for me.
Just a 360. Just a 360.
Just a 360.
I wanted Rock Band 2 early.
All I wanted was a Pepsi.
But like
Just one.
yeah, like when Rock Band 2 came out, like everyone saw it, even if they were like big on just Guitar Hero 3 at the time.
You could
and
not
Aerosmith or
deny
whatever.
Rock Band
You
2
could not
is an
deny, like,
amazing
Rock-
game.
Rock Band 2 had hyperspeed back. The highway was more translucent. The game looked cleaner. The hopos looked cleaner to read. Playing the game felt really, for the most part, pretty good. Hammer-on chords were really
Rock Band
scuffed
1
in the
obsolete.
beginning. It
did.
made
Rock
Rock
Band
Band 1
obsolete.
obsolete. There's no reason to go back to Rock Band 1, especially if you did the export for a couple of
I mean,
bucks.
dude,
I think
even
it was
like
like
thinking
$6.
back to like the menu navigation of Rock Band 1, like it wasn't good. Like
Dog
Rock
shit.
Band 1 had
Dog
horrible
shit.
navigation.
Rock Band 2
Worst
changed
ever.
it all, man. They did sources in that
Yeah.
shit. Downloadable, Rock Band 2, Rock Band
And
1.
like the career of Rock Band 2 was like it was a fun ass career.
great.
You know, it had a lot of
it was
variety.
very repetitive if you did not have DLC.
Yeah.
But I will say, like they did a good job of like doing progression and shit.
Not power gig
But-
levels of bad, I'll tell you that.
Not power gig levels are bad. Sorry,
What was-
we're hating on power gig right in front of the world's biggest power gig fan. Stop pointing
Right
at things,
there.
man. I understand.
right there.
I understand. Stop pointing.
I add this to the wall. Just for all the haters. You see that? That's the Airstrike drum kit, baby. Airstrike.
Air
I have mine in a
Strike.
box over there. It's covered in dust, probably cat piss. All right.
Hell, what's wrong with you?
I don't know. I like good games. Sorry.
Well, see, we should be saying what's wrong with Whitwix because Whitwix FC's Hot for Teacher only 2 days after World Tour comes out, and Hot for
That's
Teacher
fucked up.
is one of the hardest songs in the game because people don't understand the tap notes don't work.
It's not
Yeah.
just
Notes are
that.
fucked.
And not only that, but
I-
the strumming at the end too.
The strumming at
fucked
the end
too,
is
too.
really bad. Shout out to the new note tweet where he's like, "Happy Thanksgiving," except for the guy who charted this shit in Hot for Teacher. And it's like the really fast 4-strum descending quad into
It's
two
all forced,
greens.
yeah. It's all forced.
It's all forced. You just kind of had to, like, I will say the strumming engine in World Tour, like base World Tour, is pretty good. It's not
Yeah.
as weird as like
fine.
Metallica. Metallica was very strangely weird. Same with Flame. The game
Smash
with
Hits.
Flames. I meant Smash
Yeah.
Hits. Yeah.
Shit.
The game with flames.
The game with Flames.
We don't talk about that one.
We don't
until
talk
have
about
to.
that one, bro.
We don't talk about smash hits.
Yeah.
No.
I'm a big hater. I will be forever. Hot for Teacher is not easy. Like, you know, if you figure
2 days
out,
after,
and,
too,
I,
I mean.
and I do remember talking to Whitwix like briefly about like how he manages to get tap notes working. I think he was the one to tell me to just play on like 5 to 10 millisecond video
Yeah, bump
lag,
up
so
that
that
calibration,
if
baby.
you play it on time, you're technically playing early. So and that's what tap notes benefit in those games, playing early, unless it's World Tour Definitive Edition. That's a completely different engine now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they reworked
but
that,
like
thankfully.
It
yeah,
works now.
yeah, no, seriously, it actually works in that game.
Yeah, it's cool.
But yeah, even with tap notes working, that outro's a bitch. It's a
Yeah.
huge bitch because it just kind of comes out of nowhere. You can't exactly count how many strums are
Nope.
going on. It's like a cool 16 notes per second, 17 notes per second with a really, really fast like note change at the very end of it. And on top of
Yeah,
that,
all forced
transitions.
for
there's-
some reason.
yeah, that was all forced for some reason. After that, it's a big chord fuck fast that you can barely count too. And so you're
Yeah.
just kind of like hoping that your down strums and up strums line up when you're changing chords. It's just fuck Hot for Teacher on this game. I mean, like on Van Halen, it's super free, but I don't.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if we. Yeah.
All right, so after
that,
after Hot for Teacher FC, the first Jordan Co-op FC by Into the Flames and Staggiest Brute. Those are some fucking
Yeah, some names. I
Xbox
guess.
Live gamer tag
Yeah.
default.
Don't know
shit.
either of those
Staggiest
names.
Brute.
Stagiest Brute.
Staggiest
That's
Brute.
like an auto-generated.
That's
Xbox
actually an
gamer
auto-generated
tag.
game, and they'll give you 3 numbers. It's like, would you like to change this now or later?
Google it right now.
Stagiest
Yes, I'll
brute.
stick with Lollipop Giraffe. That'll be perfect. Thank you, Xbox.
Slime Binky 786.
If you Google Stagiest Brute, nothing. 0 results on
Alright.
Google.
Wow.
F.
Into the
Nothing.
Flames looks like, if they had to give AI a gamer tag.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
Oh, there's a
here's
video
the
game
bots you
called
gotta
Into the
play
Flames.
against.
That's a co-op survival firefighting game. Oh, interesting.
Oh.
That's new. Came out this year, January 23. Into the Flames.
Nice.
So
Catch us
Here's
next week when
something
we
kinda
play that
wild.
game.
Shut
on
up.
stream.
Shut up.
Joking. Don't
here's,
do it.
here's something pretty wild. We just were talking about On Tour being released, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was back in June 22nd.
Was it June?
And
Or was it
Yeah, the first. Yeah, it was
was it
June.
July?
The first on tour.
June.
It was June. It was June, and
June.
then Aerosmith a week later.
And then so World Tour is released, right?
Oh,
and
you're
then we're
right.
talking about these and right afterwards,
Yeah.
this is now so from June to November, a second DS game drops.
And
Yeah.
Decades
like,
comes
like
out.
nobody
5
played
months
this
later.
one. I can tell you that right now. Like nobody played this one, man.
Decades was that was okay.
Yeah, it was.
It was that's I would say that's
Yeah.
the worst of the
The original
three that
On
aren't
Tour
Bad
is definitely
Hero.
the better game.
And that game is 15 years old. Decades.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is the this is the
That's
decade
the
strip,
decade
bro.
one. I noticed that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they didn't make it
Yeah,
any
that
better.
game was a
Yeah,
game.
it wasn't any better.
Nope.
This is where they really fucked up the engine on DS.
They
Like
did.
if you had any hope of like hammer-ons working in the DS games, that just kind of goes out the window. Because now it's like kind of strum everything territory unless you really know what you're doing. And I'm not saying it's Guitar Hero 1 level's consistency, maybe worse. Maybe a little
it's
bit
worse.
more.
It's worse.
I'd probably say it's worse than Guitar Hero 1 Hopo leniency. But hey, you can break your neck in the back of the car playing like this, bro.
Yeah, dude, like the
I was doing that shit, dude. I was doing that
double,
shit.
Get like a double, triple chin while looking down.
Yeah,
and
triple
everything,
chin
like,
while
yeah.
playing because your neck was gonna hurt if you
I'm
leaned
busy,
forward.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Can
shit
I get a
sucks.
double cheeseburger?
All right, let's talk about something way cooler than that lame ass game. First one co-op FC by Circuit and AR Welltall the second.
Never heard of it.
Circuit
is
is Circuit is Bob Dole.
Wait, really?
Yes,
No
I
fucking
what?
way.
I'm like 60% sure about that because his name show. No, is it not Bob Dole? No, I'm thinking of Earl.com. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Earl.com, yeah, Earl.com.
Yeah,
I was like, it's Earl
Earl.com.
something.
Bob Dole
Earl.com.
is somebody else. He was also
Okay.
a beast, though.
Beat SH. That was his YouTube. But yeah, Circuit. He got a Constant Motion FC.
What?
That's what I remember him most for. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
Earl.com.
Yep.
That's a big
Earl.com.
fucking deal.
And he did the thing where he goes into the triplets like that, and then
And then
standard
da-da-da-da,
taps.
yeah, and you can hear it. You
standard
can
taps
hear it
the
in the
orange.
video too.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, you can hear that shit, man. Like that's like
Yeah.
furious tap.
Oh yeah. He FC Reed and the Bedouins, man. Fuck that.
That's a
song.
that's a good FC too. That's no slouch.
Blackened.
Blackened's a great
Better.
FC.
better. Wow.
Blackened's a great FC.
Dude, I remember
Man,
I remember
Blackened,
when
dude.
JLC FC'd better. Oh man.
Oh, that was sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bat Cunt, dude. Remember how scuffed the Bat Country chart for Rock
Oh,
Band
yeah.
2 was?
Oh yeah.
I love that chart now because like that's a huge skill check. Like for
It
anybody,
is.
it's like, yeah, you get your ass beat on that song, dude. Blackened, 14
Yeah.
years ago is fucked.
Yeah, Blackened was like
What the hell?
really, really
Strike
hard.
Bowler got the first ever Blackened,
Didn't-
right?
di-
Oh.
yeah. Didn't you say
small
that?
aside.
Yeah.
I'm watching this Constant Motion FC by Earl.com. At the very end of the solo, our boy Sully SX logs into Xbox Live.
Oh my god,
The
that's
one that you're talking about
great.
before. Like, is that the Sully? I don't know if it is.
Yeah, that's,
I think
Sully
it's two
SX.
different people.
It must
Sully
be.
SX is someone different.
It must
Alec,
be.
didn't you say that you gave up on Blackened for now?
You know, well, I'm probably gonna try again this week or something.
Yeah.
But like that's
I would love to get that.
It's
yo
awful,
for
dude.
for a future
It's a hard
episode.
solo.
There's the Scorehero Rock Band Guitar Top 100, and
Ooh, the top
Blackened is the
100.
oldest. Blackened is the oldest song on there to be on the top 100
Day
list.
one.
That
That's
says
a
a
day
lot.
one
Yeah.
DLC.
This
Day
says a
one
lot.
DLC. One of the only three DLC Metallica tracks. For
The only
Rock
ones you'll
Band.
ever get. Maybe.
You'll ever get. Yeah,
Maybe.
they're never gonna get.
Maybe.
Never gonna be on
Epic
Rock Band.
Games, Fortnite. Who knows?
Surely next week.
Surely.
I just
Surely
hope they
next
put
week
in
we'll get
Chug
Rock
Jug
Band
with
5.
you, man. I really do.
Surely they will.
Hey, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna do anything with Lore Hero for Game Awards?
We
What are we gonna
could.
do with that?
That could be
Vote
fun.
in Fortnite with Jeff Keighley.
We'll see how that goes.
That would be fun.
Oh,
All right, we gotta.
Leaked.
We keep
Yeah.
saying that we need to hurry up.
Yeah, but no, we
I'm
actually
having a good
we
time,
have-
man.
I'm having a
There's
great
so
time.
much
We
to
have
talk
we have
about.
I know, I'm having
15 or
such a good
20 more to
time.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, so December 6, 2008, first Guitar Hero World Tour expert bass full game FC by Undead Phil.
Oh, by
13
Undead,
QC.
okay.
That's our boy. That's our
Good
boy.
job, buddy.
and
Yeah,
and,
and
the reason that that's so important is because this was the first time Open Notes
Yes,
made their
dude,
appearance
yes.
in Guitar Hero.
yes, bass was
Contrary to what people may want to believe, they've been there the whole time. Maybe not on
Yep.
guitar.
And they
but
do make you gay.
They do.
new.
Clone Hero did not
Sources are
invent
telling
Open
me.
Notes. A lot of people seem to be under the impression that Clone Hero invented Open Notes. I mean, the Clone Hero did not invent Open Notes. They did not.
It was always
Neither
there,
did Guitar
bro.
Hero Live.
No, it did
Guys,
not.
when
It
they see
borrowed
open
that.
notes, are like, hell no. Hell no, when I see an open note, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Open note haters, open note
Well,
enjoyers. where you
Undead
at? Let us
clearly
know in the
loves
comments,
Open
are you an
Notes.
enjoyer or a hater?
So, thank you, Undead, for appreciating Open Notes. This
I've
next
been
one.
turned into an enjoyer.
This next one is a controversial character due to Trogdor.
Sean Superstar?
Yeah, because of Trogdor.
Oh,
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
like to
Yeah.
actually get into.
phony.
I want to go into more research about this because
Yeah.
the story is almost changed all the time, but I just very, very, very vaguely remember of him
Yeah.
claiming to get Trogdor on 360,
And
which
so
is
the,
not.
Yeah.
That's
the,
just
accom-
not.
the
and-
accomplishment
this
is not
guy-
Trogdor, by the way. It's Satch Boogie. He gets the first FC of Satch
Yeah, but
Boogie.
he no,
Yes.
but like I want to say it was after he was getting known for like
Yes.
the stuff that he has on
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
He probably went back to go.
This
do
all
the
got
games
dug
on
back up.
360.
This all got dug back up after Cal got the Trogdor FC with his silly ass controller
Yeah.
mod thing.
Yeah.
Where people were like, "Well, Sean Superstar, was he legit? Really? No, he wasn't. He was a fraud. He lied." But the Satch Boogie
It's
FC, that was
kinda-
real.
But
There
he was
a video
really
of that.
good at the game. He
He
had,
was.
you know when like J Prez and JLC were making like the impossible guitar songs or
Yeah,
whatever.
dude, he
Yeah,
made
GH
Frontline.
Tunes.
He made Frontline.
Sean Superstar made some fucked ass songs.
Yeah, on GH
He made
Tunes
some
and stuff,
really
man.
fucked up songs that like it
His
kind
stuff
of
was
pushed the
super
boundaries
fun.
of like tapping and stuff.
Yeah,
You know, guys
yeah.
like fucking Mike 1 SH just like breaking, what we know about alt tapping and
Yeah.
shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, just because
Yeah,
he
he's a
faked
beast.
one accomplishment does not mean he was a bad player.
Just
And
like
he was a
Whitwix,
he was
you
genuinely
know?
a good player. I mean,
Yeah.
we learned that
Yeah.
we learned that with Shmooey. He
Yep.
was a great player.
True.
Still is a great player,
Unfortunately,
but he faked a lot of shit. So his
Yep.
reputation's
It's-
in the trash.
it's kind of one of those things that is common, to be honest, that
Yep.
people who are really, really good almost get the feeling of, oh, I'm so good at this that I deserve more. And they almost feel entitled. So they just feel like, oh, I can get away with it because
Yeah.
I am good. Haha.
Yep. And people
It
will
happens
believe
over and
them
over.
Yeah, it's
because
not
he's
just-
better and it's just believable. They're not as good as him, so they can't really understand what went into getting this FC or accomplishment or whatever it is. So
It's not exclusive
it.
to our community, and as always,
Nope.
history
Yeah, like
repeats itself.
speedrunners, dude.
You know, yeah,
Speedrunners do
speedrunners
that
have done
shit,
that.
man.
Yeah,
It's
Carl
it's fucked
Jobst
up.
has tons of videos like this about
Yep.
Yeah.
exposing cheaters.
It's insane.
True.
all right.
Let's keep it on going. We got the first ever Satch Boogie FC, and we're following that up with the biggest co-op note streak to date on December 13th, 2008. That new note streak was 4,290 notes.
Jesus Christ.
Baseball Kid and James Light Coulter, JLC together, are knocking down
Yeah,
Operation Ground
And people got to remember that like the second player is not playing a bass chart; they're playing a rhythm chart. So like both players have
Yep.
to deal with the same
Fast
like they carry
strumming.
both baggages essentially. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
They're
That's
basically
consistency.
trading off solos and
Yeah,
I'm
exactly. It's
pretty sure.
trading off riffs and solos the whole time. Is what it is. So
Yeah.
Wild.
Awesome.
And on
by
the same
Baseball Kid
day-
DLC.
On the same day as that Operation Ground and Pound note streak, and 5 days after the first Satch Boogie FC, we got another first ever Satch Boogie FC, but on the DS this time.
which is really
Whoa.
fucked up.
Nuts.
because
Like,
that was
really
on Guitar Hero
fucked
on
up.
tour decades. What I don't know this for a fact, which version that Yari Kanasu played on, but there are two different charts.
yes, there are.
of Satch
Yes.
Boogie and Guitar Hero on tour DS, because that game, the DS games had a lot of different regional variants. So depending on where you bought the game, you'd have different songs. Like there's a region for North America, there's an EU region, and then there's a UK region. And the
Oh,
North
wow.
American and the UK, I believe, regions both had Satch Boogie as a bonus song after you beat the career. That's when you got Satch Boogie, and it was hard. But in the EU version, that was part of the set list, the main set list. It was not a bonus song, so they nerfed the expert chart so it wouldn't be so hard, so people wouldn't get stuck in the career. Because
Wow.
it's fucked up. And I have a video on my channel that shows the chart comparison. Let me
so
find it real quick.
bizarre.
I will link it. And it's like severely nerfed in the hard parts. The rest of the chart's basically the same, but it's the trill and it's the zigs that are drastically different. It looks like hard.
idea.
It looks like it's a hard chart, but it's not. The hard chart is still different.
The lore runs deep.
It
The lore
does.
runs really
The
cool.
DS
The only reason I
games
know
are
this-
a mystery.
The
I
only
wanna
reason I
know-
know this is because I just played these games recently. I
Yeah,
learned
you
this
did.
this year.
You did.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah,
till
I wanna know like what the fuck went down for all of the DS games. That's
I would love to know.
Yeah,
I
gotta
would
find a
seriously
developer
love to
from
know.
that.
We gotta talk to people at like Vicarious Visions, bro.
Yeah, seriously,
Yeah,
because
these games are
That'd be
fucked.
sick.
they'll know. You know. So, we're probably getting on to like one of the top 5 accomplishments on this list,
Dude.
Easily.
like ever,
Easily.
Devil Wonder
Dude,
George.
2008 wasn't
Oh,
even
man.
done.
Yeah,
like,
it's not even the
if
end of
this
the
year
yet.
couldn't take already this much of a beating when it came to Guitar Hero 3, they weren't
But-
done.
But then the worst part about this is that the list ends soon, and you watch the game die with this list. Like you watch the series
Yes.
die.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guitar Hero 3 is
Yes.
dead now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Because Georgia gets taken down.
Yep.
So Devil went down.
So Danny-
Guitar Hero
literally.
Phenom.
Danny, unsurprisingly, is the one to take down Devil Went Down to Georgia. This was a very big deal when it happened. Like I remember being there when this happened. Like because Danny, as had mentioned before, Danny was the first real Guitar Hero streamer, like to do it on a very professional level. Because
with a little bit of production value, a good
because-
camera.
because
good internet.
he comes from
Yeah.
his family is very well off. If you watch his old videos that are still up, you will know that. I can tell you that right now.
Yep.
So his father Jack was very, very, very. Both of his parents were extremely supportive of
Extremely.
Danny, and
top tier
they
parents.
they must have had like a PC on wheels or some shit, dude. Honestly, like, and so they would do Ustream that were like the highest quality Ustreams that you could find. Eventually moving on to Justin TV after a while, I believe. Danny also had his own stream feed on his website at some point, but back in the day it was on Ustream, and Danny was the first real Guitar Hero streamer with production value, and so he would stream attempts
Yeah.
of this stuff all the time, of these songs, and so Danny would eventually get close to songs like this. He'd get them on recording, and like at this point, people are like, "Wow, like the Devil Went Down to Georgia's been FC like the game's blown wide
It's
open."
over.
As
It's
it
over.
says, as it says, all songs from every GH game available, disc and DLC, are now FC'd. So the game,
Yeah.
like,
It's a,
the
it's
community,
a full series community FC.
the community blew the games wide open. Danny did the
2009,
dirty,
man.
Danny
It's
did the
like
final
the
dirty
death
work.
of
That's
Guitar.
fucking wild.
It's like
Yeah.
the death of Guitar Hero was really 2008.
It was
Yeah,
because like
it seems
because
like it. I wouldn't
you
have
guys
said
will be-
that before now.
You guys will be
but it
shocked
was.
at the
Crazy.
amount of entries after this.
Yeah.
There's
Wow.
not a lot.
Legitimately,
There
we
really
could
isn't.
legitimately even cut it right there. I'm not even
Yeah.
saying that we're going to. It's just that everything that comes after this is nowhere near as big.
No, the
because
community just-
everything has
yeah,
been
like didn't
yeah,
care
it's
as
been
much,
done.
you know.
All songs from every GH game available, disc and DLC or FC. I did not know that happened
Yeah, like reading.
at any time before the end. Of
Yeah,
the
just
games, you know?
knowing that Danny was the one to kill
What a
it is
fucking
like
beast, dude.
is like
Holy
such a
shit.
such a fitting end in a way, you know. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Man, Danny really, he was that guy.
this was like
He was
He's
that
him.
fucking guy.
this
He's
was
him.
always
really
been
important.
him.
He's
This was
He
yeah.
will
really important
continue
to
to
us,
be
man.
him.
This was really important to us. Danny, people like Danny paved the way for us to exist, you know.
Absolutely.
And I almost get emotional in a weird way, you know.
Yeah, no, I get what
I
you mean.
get it.
Danny is fucking. He's fucking 23.
Yeah.
He's the Michael Jordan,
That's
dude. Like of
Yeah.
of
Oh.
GH. That's fucked up.
Never mind.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh
Like he's
man.
got to be older than 23, right?
So,
Took me a
No,
second.
Danny,
He's like, yeah.
Danny kills
28,
everyone
yeah.
down to Georgia, and
I think
then
he's younger than me. No, he's like probably a little bit older than me. I don't know.
I think he is slightly older than you. But 4 days later, Danny and James like Coulter get the first ever Heroes of Our Time co-op FC, new co-op no streak record of 5,187 set. So
Smashed the previous record of 4290. Almost 1,000 higher.
Almost
Yeah.
1,000.
this is the second to
Wow.
last, third to last time that a note streak will be mentioned in any of these accomplishments. And as you'll soon realize, the death of this franchise becomes imminent right about now. Right about now.
That's when the player base gets too good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
January 24th, 2009, first 2009 achievement, over a month after the past achievement on this list. That was in December. Guitar Hero 3 Expert, all disc and DLC songs FC'd by Guitar Hero Phenom. He is the first person to have the
everything.
the full game
Free.
FC. Yeah.
Wow.
Before it was the community that did it, now it's one person. His last FC was one, which is surprising it took him this long. It's probably just because he didn't care or want to, because he was definitely capable.
He was focused on other stuff, you know? I get it.
Yeah. Just like everyone else was focused on other stuff, like not FCing hard, because it took another 2+ months before the full series was FC'd on hard by one person, which was Chubbly.
Yeah.
Chubbly 457. Their last FC was Through the Fire and Flames, of course.
And just keep in mind that at this point, the final game in the series is World Tour, because on Tour, the DS games are spin-offs. So we have GH1, GH2, GH80s, GH3, Guitar Hero Aerosmith, and World Tour, right?
Yeah.
So we only have those 6 games.
Yeah, so at the time, March 25th, that was a full series FC.
And then 4 days later,
this is so
4 days later, Guitar Hero Metallica comes out.
Here's more content.
And guess what? The full game was FC'd in 2 days.
by Danny.
By one user, by one person, Danny Johnson.
By
2
Danny
days
Johnson.
later.
Okay, that's all. That's all of Guitar Hero Metallica. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. No more achievements to be talked about there.
2 months later, OGAB gets co-op FC'd by Danny and JLC.
That's a cool co-op
record,
FC.
62,
That's
67.
cool.
Yeah, they're probably like just
62,
shooting for
67.
like highest note streak. That's huge, man.
And that was it.
Wow.
That was in. Guess we're already in May of 2009.
Yeah, we're gonna jump quite ahead now.
Yeah, and now we're in June of 2009. I Want to Be Your Man,
this is from
DSFC.
Decades?
Yes, this is on Decades, yeah.
Ace
5993.
Yeah.
Is this on Modern Hits?
I
don't know.
Your Man.
I think it's
Guitar
Modern
Hero.
Hits. It's definitely Modern Hits, because I Want to Be Your
It's
Man
Modern Hits.
was DLC
Yeah, that's
for
the
Rock
same.
Band 2.
It's the same. I Want to Be Your Man.
And Never After,
Never
right?
After.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
A
so
free DLC? I'll take it.
Modern Hits wasn't even notable enough to be put onto this
dude.
list,
That's
so...
oh my god.
That's insane.
Neither was the Van Halen release, because the next freaking thing on the list is 6 months later.
Yeah.
With Van Halen getting Expert FC'd. The whole set list.
by Super Marble 94. Calls him Marbler on this, but his name was Super Marble 94 back then.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, a lot of the entries just kind of died down here.
Yeah.
You know, they don't say anything about Smash Hits coming out or any progress on like Through the Fire and
Smash Hits
Flames,
Flames, which was a hard
because,
chart.
Well, it is it's a hard chart, and it definitely gets FC'd after the end of this accomplishment timeline. It's like not a lot of people were caring anymore.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, and let's be honest, there aren't many more accomplishments to be made. I mean,
No.
if you FC Freebird on Smash Hits, who the fuck cares? That's easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's way
Segway Freak
easier
on
than
FC, nobody
GH2,
cares.
man.
The only accomplishment that you can get in Smash Hits really is
Flames.
To the Fire and Flames and the full game FC.
Yeah.
All you can do really do in Metallica is 1 and the full game FC. Guitar Hero 5, it released.
Nothing.
Yep.
Scatterbrain.
Do you
came
feel
out.
like we do? You have to listen to that for 20
don't.
minutes.
No.
But anyway, so
No.
I'm the one. This is a big deal. Like the thread
I'm
makes
the one
it
is a
out
really
not to
really
be.
hard song.
But I
It's
remember
really hard.
watching Super Marble's progress on this, where he was uploading like -1, like 100% overstrum, or like and then eventually he got
another no hyperspeed user. Just
and there are no hyperspeed user. Yeah, he didn't use hyperspeed.
I want to say that Marbler was one of the first Bark at the Moon FCs that used tapping.
Yes. He was.
Oh yeah, like
Solo?
fully tapped it.
He was.
Yeah, fully tapped. That video got mysteriously taken down for copyright, even though it's a cover.
And now,
you could definitely
Thanks,
argue
Ozzy.
that easy,
but fun
easy mode, but
fact about Marbler is that for those who love Super Mario 64 might know of Panenkoek. Marbler and Panenkoek recently kind of collaborated on something related to Super Mario 64 optimization. I remember watching it recently.
it's like
I did
if
not
you
know
can
that.
beat the game without pressing the A button.
Yeah, and it was
So-
for so it was for Hazy Maze Cave, I think. No, it was or no, it's Hazy Maze Cave. Yeah. So yeah, just interesting little tidbit there.
Another interesting tidbit about Marbler in his Satch Boogie FC, he used the slider bar.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah,
god, you're kidding.
that was the
Really?
inspiration for why I use
Yep.
a slider bar in my FC, because it makes it easier. If you guys didn't know, it makes it way easier if you use that slider bar to tap the
Oh, that
oranges
sucks.
in that drill.
It doesn't.
Use a GH5 guitar though. The World Tour slider sucks.
Never mind. I've never
gotta
tried
use
with a
Guitar
Guitar
Hero 5.
guitar.
It's free.
Interesting.
In fact, it's so free. There was a little discussion on Twitter a few months ago. I think who was it? Drew, I think, was going for a Satch Boogie FC, and I was like, just use a slider bar. It's so easy.
No,
Just
he
use a slider
refuses,
bar.
dude.
And he didn't want to do it. So then I hop on first fucking try with the slider bar. I get that FC. I post a video to Twitter, and they're like, "Who?"
That's
I
fun.
think
so
Nuno's in
dumb.
there too.
Nuno's everywhere, man. You can't escape him.
Oh man.
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
so,
and
yeah,
this is
I'm the
pretty
one.
monumental. So in March 2010, which we're in March now.
Yeah,
of
it's going
2010.
real fast.
But every single Guitar Hero that was available at that point was FC'd on Expert by Oddballs Frank. Rest in peace.
Yes.
rest in peace.
Rip.
Rest in peace.
The last song to FC was Assassin in World Tour.
Interesting.
Maybe,
Yeah, I remember that
maybe
video.
on purpose.
Yeah.
Maybe not on purpose, but that's a fucking beast right there.
And that
GH1 to
video
GH Van
is
Halen is
still
fucking
up.
insane. Yep.
And will remain up forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But like that's first ever full series FC. I mean, like this is
First
before
ever. Before Warriors of Rock.
before Warriors of Rock, but that was, every single major game up until that point, every single major release, dead by one guy. One fucking guy.
And this
honestly,
was in March
we're about to the
2010.
point where we're about to the point where the game is just about to fall off a cliff because,
Yeah.
well, I mean,
We're approaching 2011.
we're approaching the
end.
down years, the
Yeah.
dark ages. The dark age when Warriors of Rock sold 60,000 copies when it first dropped, and they said, "Oh, we're not going to support this anymore because, well, it's not making us any money. We milked it too dry."
Yeah, and like
Yeah,
we
rest in
were
peace.
like, we were there, and it never ended for us, but for the rest of the world, it absolutely did. Guitar Hero and Rock Band
Yes.
meant nothing to anybody besides us.
Like I said, after seeing everybody just destroy the game in late 2008, what was there left?
And
I remember
Really not much.
JLC managed to get smash hits early.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Oh my
we
God,
saw
there was
we
a-
saw
Streamed it
Raining
early.
Blood get
He-
FC'd before the game.
he
came
like
out.
got in trouble for that shit too.
Oh
I
yeah,
have,
no,
I have
he,
videos on my
Yeah.
channel that I recorded of my computer screen watching his streams of him playing through the Fire and Flames early.
oh,
still have
my-
those private
that's
on my channel.
insane. Wow, you gotta break that
Wow.
out one day. That's fucked. Holy
One
shit.
day I'll just unprivate it. It'll just go live.
There you go.
Dude,
There you go.
I think it hits
That'd be sick.
I think it hits the the subscriptions again after you unprivate an old video like that.
Yeah.
yeah, it does.
Really?
It does. It,
It does,
it
yeah.
refreshes it. Even if
Yeah.
it's unlisted, that also happens too. It's weird.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Huh.
So we have 3 left. Through the Fire and Flames first co-op FC by Oddballs Franks and J Prez. Guitar Hero
Legendary.
3
Yep.
is now full game FC'd on co-op by the Scorehero community, and it has the highest no streak record of 68-36.
Unreal.
After that, the first one went down the Georgia co-op FC by Yukon
3
Monkey,
days later.
That's
Yukon
so
Monkey, and G Gamer Man.
Yeah,
G
Gamer
Gamer
Man.
Man.
I'm
There's
so
only
glad
appearance
he
on
got
this thread,
something on
but
here.
I'm so happy.
G
he's in
Gamer
here.
So glad
Man
he's here.
was top 3 when Guitar Hero 3 PC was a big thing in the dark
Yeah, like,
ages.
he rivaled-
Shit,
he
dude, he was
rivaled
top
Toby,
3
bro.
like on Scorehero for
Yeah.
Guitar Hero 3,
He
Xbox
was
360.
incredible. He was
Yeah,
incredible.
and
I think
so
he
like
might
he,
still
he
be
got
top
started
3.
on 360, and then he just kept on playing GH3 like games, bro.
Yeah.
And I just remember him just streaming bleep bloops all the time. That was crazy as shit. Like he was doing,
Crazy.
and he was playing. He played a lot of GH3 PC at some point. Locked
He
at
did.
60 FPS.
Yeah,
Locked at 60 FPS. Like he was playing like Flames 150
Yeah.
at 60 FPS, like getting like 700, almost 800K. And I'm just like, bro.
Well, we've got to stick a fork in this list because we're up to our final one. Drama Comics.
Yeah, so just want to point out the gap here. So
Yeah.
the last one that through the Fire
A
and Flames and
fucking
Devil
year.
were April 2010, April 2011, baby. Drama Comic FC's 10,000 songs on the
2
Guitar Hero
days
franchise
to a
across
year.
all difficulties.
2 days to a
Hell
year.
yeah.
10,000th song was Cult of Personality.
That's sick.
So that's among
And
all
now-
the DLC, all instruments, all difficulties. 10,000 FCs.
It's worth mentioning as we're finishing up this list. I kind of love that the last thing on this list is Cult of Personality, considering as we're recording this, A re-recording, a remaster of Cult of Personality just dropped 3 days ago, and it's from the Guitar Hero 3 version. Yep. They remastered the GH3 version of Cult of Personality and just re-released it this week.
Why'd they do that, Jason?
CM Punk came back to WWE.
Punk's back, right?
CM Punk's back.
Yeah, but that's cool. Yeah. That's on like streaming and shit?
Yep, that is GH3 remaster of Cult of Personality redone for 2023.
Wow.
Just dropped. Yeah. Wild. So finishing up the list with that, and it almost feels poetic considering what just happened this week.
It was meant to be.
Oh.
Wow. Thank you guys for joining us on this journey. It's been
we gotta go.
very, very enlightening.
Bro,
I was so in this, man. This was so
This
fun
was
to
this
talk
was
about.
great. The time honestly just kind of disappeared. It's been
Yeah,
2
but
minutes.
it's like
it's been like
lovely.
2 hours.
It's been lovely.
But going through this just made me realize, and I guess you guys too, like this shit happened a lot faster than we realized. Like all these accomplishments,
Yeah, I know,
like it was a lot
because-
faster than I remember.
I mean, thinking back to it, this all just felt like forever because I was a child and time.
Yes.
You experience time
Well
differently as you age. So now 8 years from now and Guitar Hero Live coming out. I mean, but the time between Guitar Hero 1 and Guitar Hero Live was 8 years.
Yeah.
Think about that. That's fucked, isn't it? Well, actually,
That's
it's 10 years.
fucked.
That was 10 years. It was Rock Band 1 and Rock Band 4. That was 8 years. I lied. But still.
Okay. Still.
But
Fuck,
the 8 years
still.
between Rock Band 1 and Rock Band 4 took forever. But the last
We're-
8 years kind of flew by.
We're gonna have our 8 years with Fortnite Band Music Festival. 8 years.
Shut up.
8
Yeah.
years.
Oh no. Hey, at least we don't have too much longer to wait before we find out some details.
I know, less
Because
than a week
Lord
now.
knows.
8 years
There's
from
gonna
now,
be-
2031, by the way. Think of that date. That number doesn't exist yet.
8 years from now, my daughter will be 11.
Oh god.
Shut up. Don't even
That's
say that.
terrifying. That's terrifying.
I hate
Oh
all
man. Oh.
Why?
I hate all that.
that. But anyways,
Yo,
that
this was sick.
That was great. I love this.
That was great. I'm really glad
that was
we,
a great
we
find.
had this. I needed to find the Jordan tapping video, and it led
Yeah.
to this. So
Yeah,
So
it's
cool.
been such a
Fucking
well of
shit.
information. This is the library of
this
Alexandria.
is exactly what we needed, really, at least
Yeah,
for
this
this
is
early
sick.
on. But yeah, there was just so much cool shit to cover in here.
Yeah, but
Hell yeah.
if you guys stuck here for all 2.5 hours, and I mean, hour and 50 minutes or whatever we went, all 4 hours or whatever of us going through this timeline, we appreciate it. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Not sure what we're doing because we did have.
There's
an
Probably
some
gonna be
crazy
playing
stuff
some
going
We're
on.
probably playing Fortnite, bro. We're probably
Yeah,
We're
we'll
playing
figure it out.
Fortnite. It really depends on what Epic Games is doing, and then we'll see
Yeah.
what we do next. But yeah, see you in the next one, guys. Episode 7 out.